Yeah, Crap Gamer. Woo. We love Crap Gamer. Crap Gamer.
Welcome everybody to the Crossfire podcast, where crap trolls me 13 seconds into the show. God bless America. Listen, everybody, this is great. It's Friday. It's the middle of July. YouTubers are dropping like flies. There's nobody around. We're having a great time. We got I can't believe I have an all-star cast like this with the dead of, it's the dog days of summer, folks. All right, so let me go down. We also have the longest intros and outros of any podcast. I'm not even proud of that stat. But so let me just get started so we can get into the business you guys are all here for today. Let me start with the one, the only, the diva, the man who shows up at 6:59 and only eats green M&Ms, the Crap Gamer. Crap, how are you today, Mike?
Ooh, yeah, man, I'm doing good. I'm happy to be back here. I showed up at like 6:57.
Thanks for blessing us today. Appreciate that.
So I was good. I was on my best behavior because Foxy is here tonight.
And they're not M&Ms, they're W and W.
The W's.
W and W.
I love it.
What kind of M&Ms have you been eating, man?
It's just what great's about having Southbound on the show is South actually keeps everybody in check. He keeps everybody in check.
Hey, you got to flip it upside down every now and then. You know what I mean?
The Southbound is only on Crossfire nowadays.
Hey, I'm a free agent now, man.
Yeah, well, you're not a free agent.
Hey, I'm a bum. I got no home.
He's got no home.
Aww.
All I do is dine shoes in the fucking bus stop, man.
Somebody cue the Diddy music, please. He's coming home. Please cue it up.
I always feel bad for him when he's in a party, and I've noticed who's in a party with Phil Spencer playing Halo 5. I'm like, God man.
Damn, would you have an alert and shit? Like,
oh, dude, no, one day I was like, I was like, that's weird. Southie's on Halo 5, and so is Phil Spencer. So I go and click, and then I see that you guys are in a party together, and I was like, oh, that's sweet. That's
cool.
Yeah, I would. Sal, don't forget your people, okay? When everybody thinks they're big in the NBA, they bring their posse with them. Bring us with you, okay?
Hey, call me LeBron, because you know what? We're gonna have all the fucking executives pissed off at me because I'm bringing my entourage.
That's right. Bring the entourage.
Yeah, that's right, man. Hey, some of those executives are probably Crappy fans.
And you know what? I brought a lot of people along with me along the road, and you know what? And they could owe their career to me now. So you're welcome.
Wow.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I know for a fact that there's at least a few Crap Gamer fans in that entourage somewhere.
Absolutely. Aren't there a few Crap Gamer fans everywhere? Crap.
No. Well, yeah, actually there are.
He's like, no.
And if anyone's wondering how we have the longest intros, you're living it, folks. You're absolutely living it. Let me go to my next usual suspect, my buddy from the West Coast, the one man who lives in LA and keeps everything on the up and up. Southbound, what's up, brother? Thanks for making it.
Hey, I think I'm the only thing you like about California.
Well, actually, you know what? Let me say this. Not just you. I got to give a shout out to Mr. 100. Mr. 100 is from LA.
Hey, Bone is my boy right there.
Yes,
I love that guy. But yeah, like I said, I guess I'm home on Crossfire. I lost my my mansion in the hills, but
Well, welcome back to the Rebel base. Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. It's Rogue One time, baby.
It sure as hell is, buddy. It sure as hell is. Trust me, every Crossfire is a war zone. I actually have like little lines under my eyes. It's like I'm going right into the battlefield. Let me go to my next buddy here who's on mute right now. Let's hope he comes off. It's my Italian paisan from down in Florida. Clowns, what's up, buddy? How are you tonight?
Hey, what's going on? Everything's good out here in Florida. We got Crap Gamer, lots of starbursts, and no thunderstorms today.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
That's rare because it's been raining every day.
Well, I blame everything on, I think New York's got the greatest thing with the whole 4 seasons. Oh, absolutely. There's someone. Whose dog was that? I wonder who it was.
That was Clowns' dog.
Well, I was waiting for crap with that. Shut that dog. He's always saying that.
Hey, that's fucked up. Hey, man, Crap is such a fucking animal guy. He's like, I know whose dog that is.
He really
He's a fucking dog whisperer.
I know. Yeah, well, I know it's Clowns' dog.
I wish that Crap would do what he does during. You guys check it. And here's a shameless plug. We're streaming after this, guys, on Mixer. And when Crap's dog goes off, he's just like, arr, 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 and the dog just stops barking. It's like, what the fuck was that? Like, don't worry about it. Who's up next? It's like, what? Yeah. He is the dog whisperer. There's something going on.
Butters is I can speak to him in his own language.
It's like Family Guy and fucking Brian and shit.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I'm like, I'm giving away my secret. No, I swear I'm an asshole, people. Come on. Fuck you guys.
Yeah,
Fuck all y'all.
Yes. He's the lovable,
lovable
asshole. Yes, that's a new thing. The lovable asshole. Listen, let me go to one of my favorite people on YouTube. She's got the sweetest voice, but she will bite you if you come after her the wrong way. Fox, what's up, and welcome to CrossFire.
Oh, you're the sweetest. What's up, everybody? I'm just here hanging out. I ditched the family for you guys, so I'm just here to show some love. I didn't know Clemson was in Florida too. Damn, we're all in Florida or some shit.
Yeah, I'm getting
crazy.
overrun. It's over.
Wow.
New Yorkers, everybody's moved out. What, everyone's scared of snow now? Snow was cool before, I thought. At some point.
Oh my God, I'll take New York.
You Floridians can keep your humidity. Fuck off.
No, I don't want it. I'll go to New York any day. I love it up there.
Yes.
The humidity is bad. It's not the heat here. It's the humidity.
I know.
That shit will kill you.
The one thing I like about Florida is thongs.
Dude, at first I thought you said something else, and then I was about to say, huh? I was like,
I actually picked up on it right away, and I was like, now,
you know what I'm saying.
That? Yes, absolutely, yes.
And I'm not talking about flip-flops.
No, he's not.
Miami Beach, 24/7.
Miami Beach
24/7. Just walking down the road 24/7.
Oh my goodness! Geez, God bless America.
And not just that, you wonder why people are leaving New York. You're hearing about dental floss underwear all over the place in Florida. Listen, this is great. Let me bring you to our guest that's here, and this is a very active person on Twitter. He hits me up all the time. He's very opinionated. We can't wait to hear from him. We're going to give him a nickname at some point through this show. We're not really sure. He is known as Mr. Boomstick. He could be Boomer. He could be Kaboom. Or he could be Boomtastic. What's up, buddy? How are you? And welcome to the show for the first time.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's funny because I still can't believe I'm on the podcast, considering that I've listened to you for so long. It's great, and the crew is awesome.
Thank you.
Is he a New Yorker too?
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
I thought so. Yeah.
Can't you tell? Can't see here? This
he sounds like half Mooch, half Tim Dog.
Yeah, right.
He sounds a little bit more like Tim Dog, though.
Yeah,
he's mid-state.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, I think are you mid-state?
No, I'm in New Rochelle, New York.
All right. So he's at that's.
Westchester County.
Yeah, Westchester, yeah. Well, you know what's funny? People from the city are going to say that you're upstate, and that's not really true.
No,
you're not. So I consider you more city-based. So you're golden, buddy. And thank God, another New Yorker. Holy shit! Does anybody podcast from New York? I feel like I'm the only one holding it up. Me and Stern.
Tim Dog.
Tim Dog. Yeah, the three of us is Boombastic. We got it all like taken care of. Let's get into it here, folks.
I was gonna say that reminds me when my mom heard your podcast and she heard your voice, her eyes lit up.
That's
so she's a Mooch maniac.
We have that. By the way, first of all, I want to say thank you to Mama Fox. First of all, number two, that bothered Crap so much.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think he did one of his 1 a.m. podcast or videos. It bothered him so much he just went right to bed.
I was like, damn, man, how can that be? I'm usually number one with the moms.
It happens. She's from the Bronx, of course.
Amen.
Oh, okay. Well,
amen.
A lot.
Well, here, while Crap's already upset, let me roll into this next segment because this just gets Crap heated and it's fun to listen to him. Let's talk about the Destiny 2 beta, folks, and not just talk about that it's coming next week, but I think we got a panel here that's a little divided, and I'm not sure. I got a couple question marks. I'm not sure where the Boom is. I'm not sure exactly where Clown sits at this point. I knew where he was last Destiny that came out, but I'd like to hear. I'm awfully excited for Destiny 2, not because it's going to reinvent the wheel, but because we get the band back together again starting next week. And that doesn't just mean all the good times. It kind of means some of the bad times, right? That's part of what's great about Destiny that I think the crap gamers of the world, I'm trying to teach him this, is that some of the shit that you can't stand about Destiny is some of the things that keep the community so tight. Because when we're there playing, we're actually complaining while we're playing that same match. So with no further ado, let me start with Crap. Crap, can you just give me your 2 cents on why you are or are not excited about Destiny 2 on the horizon?
Hold on, real quick. Let me just throw in my 2 cents real
Go
fast.
for it,
it's kind of like listening to BGST, but complaining about it and fucking tweeting about it the whole fucking time.
That's a great analogy. That is an absolutely splendid analogy.
Well, you know what? For me, I didn't pre-order it, so I'm not going to be able to.
It's going to be an open beta.
It's an open beta, Crap.
Yeah.
Well, there's the early one. There's the early one for the pre-orders. I'll download download the open one and give it a try. You know what I mean? What the hell? But for me, I'm not really like super excited for it or anything like that. I was just not really a big Destiny fan. I feel like that's a game you got to put in a lot of time in with your buddies and stuff. And you know, and I go to bed super early too, so I got that going against me as well. So.
Oh, wah.
You got a point. The problem with crap is this, and it's kind of like it's a problem that I don't think he can actually fix. It's not his fault. Is crap does, you know, Crap Gamer reviews. He does podcasts. He does shows. He does a lot of his own independent videos. The thing about it is crap really, it's hard for him to dedicate 2 months to a particular title. You know, and crap, you can correct me if I'm wrong here. But I mean, I think that's hard for you to dedicate that much time to one game when there's a plethora of games coming out, right? Yeah. Is that kind of one of the things?
It is, because like I already feel kind of a little bit overwhelmed with my backlog right now. It's like, what do? I'm in the Ezio collection. I also haven't even finished Mass Effect Andromeda yet.
Oh, that's
yeah, like there's always a lot of games. Plus, a lot of people always hit me up to do multiplayer. They're like, hey, let's play some Call of Duty or some Battlefield or Gears. And so I always want to hop on that shit too. So it's always like difficult to kind of try and find time. And also I have a problem where I just buy games. You know, like some people buy shoes and that's their thing, or some people buy clothes and that's their thing. I just buy games and just like nonstop. Like shit's on sale.
I buy it to the concerned point. For every. You guys don't realize this. When I see those summer sales come out and all those games are like $5-6, I'm actually concerned for Crap Gamer's pension. I'm really scared because I know he said it actually. Crap, you said it the other day on Xbox Nation. You're like, if a game's $5, you're like, you just gotta get it.
You just get it. That's like that. That's an unwritten rule. Like, look, Shadow of Mordor, the complete collection, right? Totally different achievements. I bought it for $4 on PSN. I bought it for $4 on Xbox Live. I already had the standard hard copy on the Xbox One as well that I'm almost done with. So I was like, hell yeah, easy achievements. I know how to go right through it. It's got the DLC. Fuck yeah. You know what I mean? Like I buy it like, you know, man, like everything. Like people are always surprised. Like, oh, you have Crash Bandicoot, but that's a PS4 game. But it doesn't matter because I buy everything. You know, I just happen to buy.
I support all 3 consoles. It gets expensive.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm helping the case with the whole Foxy Dios. Crap gets mad.
Yeah, you know what? You tweet. What was it? One of them. I bought the Killer Instinct set for the Elite controller. You tweeted that out, and I was like, oh, yeah, I bought those. So yeah, you know what I mean. Like I'm buying shit all the time, gaming related. I got so much shit. But thankfully, the Switch only has 2 games, so I'm safe right there.
Nice.
And then thankfully, the PS4 only comes out with games at the early part of the year, and I already got those covered. So. For the rest of the year, you're good. You know, I mean, I buy VR stuff, but
let me do my sales pitch. Crap.
Had to throw in VR in there.
Oh man, I love.
He wants me to leave. He wants me to leave. That's what he wants.
I will buy the VR when it comes with a free VR puke bucket. Listen, that thing there, I've played it a few times now. Crap, I'm telling you right now, that thing's got a motion. There's a motion problem. And listen, don't take my word for it. I've said it many times.
Hey, Hellhammer can play it fine, but it is I do tend to get motion sick when I play some of the stuff.
Yeah, ask Hellhammer if he's eaten in 24 hours when he plays, though.
Oh, he's fine. I mean, and he's the one that would get. He can't watch 3D shit because he gets headaches, but he was able to do VR.
Yeah,
so that's fucking weird.
It's a non-realistic level of motion. Like you're in your seat or you're standing up, but you feel like you're moving, and it messes with your head, man. It really does mess with your head.
It does sometimes, but I will say it is still cool. Like I like it. You know,
now,
I think it's going to get.
Did you get us to go from Destiny to VR?
God damn it!
Oh, sorry.
I'm leaving, Booch. I'm sorry. Look, I tried, but I can't. I can't.
Tap and boom, take it from here.
Hey, you know. I think Destiny, you know, I'm going to give it a try with the open beta when it comes. If it blows my mind and I'm impressed, I'll pick it up just because I buy everything.
It's not going to blow your mind.
It's not going to blow your mind. It's Destiny again is what it should have been called.
Oh, man, I'm so excited for Destiny 2.
There we go, clowns.
I can't wait. You know why I'm so excited for this? Because all the hard work people put in the first one can't transfer over, so I can start fresh.
Sarcasm.
It is a little sarcasm, but part of the reason I'm excited. But part of the reason I'm excited is South. Wait, I'm gonna throw you in here. Part of the reason I'm excited is kind of what Clown said is got me hyped. I did check. I'm a little over 300 hours, which is nothing, by the way. People who play Destiny, there's a comma involved. People have commas. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have a comma.
I got a comma.
You have a comma?
Yeah, I got a comma also.
Boom! I think I got about 1,500.
I got 1,100 hours in Destiny.
I'm 300 hours in, and here's my thing. I got into it, and Southie was saying this before the show started, and Clowns was saying it. I got into it when the Taken King came out. By then, it was already halfway through. Everybody was way ahead of me. I did my best to catch up. I did a decent job. But nonetheless, this time, I know what Destiny is. I'm excited for it. I get to keep up with the Joneses. I'm not going to be able to keep up with the Mr. Black Magics and the other guy that ran front from DOA. Those guys are like they're flirting with 8, 9, 10,000 hours.
How the hell do you have that much time?
It's the only game they play.
That's probably the only game they play.
No, that's not true. DOA and them, they play a lot of games. I don't know how in the fuck, but they dedicate at least 5-6 hours a day to Destiny.
Well, there you go, Southie. That's the answer. I mean,
they're grinding every time.
They're grinding. They are. They really are.
And the thing is, they know specifically what they're doing. You know what I mean? Right. They have their plan of attack and they go at it. You know what I mean? Not just like, hey, we're gonna go do some random strikes or whatever. They're like, no, we're gonna go fucking, just do whatever the fuck they already have planned.
Yeah, do that specific quest or whatever. Yeah,
exactly. They're gonna grind something.
All right, so go ahead, Foxy.
I'll jump in and I'll say, okay, I have mixed feelings about Destiny because I lived through it. And since the last beta, I've been there day one. And I played him on the 360. I played it on the PS3. I played it on the Xbox One. I played it on the PS4 a little bit. So yeah, I've been there and I've done all that stuff. So I do have that love and hate relationship with them because I love the game. It's so fun, entertaining. But yeah, I already know all the horrible things they did wrong. And in a way, I'm kind of like scared to get excited about this game and then be disappointed as well. Yeah. So I am looking forward to this beta. This beta is going to be the thing that tells me if I'm going to pick it up or not, actually, because I'm not sure if I'm just going to pick up that game day one just for the campaign, which I am interested in. Right. And the beta, I mean, not the beta, the multiplayer doesn't look that great right now for me.
Yeah,
they like
there, Fox.
They lowered the player count.
I don't like the multiplayer. I never did like multiplayer.
I liked it before. I liked it before. It had more players on it.
I suck at it. That's why.
It was originally 6v6, and they changed it now to 4v4, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, and that bothers me. I
agree.
But I am interested in the new power-ups, the new maps, the new campaign, like I already said. So I'm hoping this beta would kind of help me decide, will I be getting it day one, or will I wait later on a year or so when we get all the things that PlayStation has?
Right.
So we'll see.
I hope out of the beta that they don't do like the first time and gave us half the fucking game in the beta. You remember how we're like, whoa, shit, we were already at the moon.
Yeah, we already did this.
Really? Yeah,
you're bringing up. These are some key points out that are sensitive spots with a lot of people. I'm being one of them. One of the main reasons I ditched Destiny when it first came out was I put 30 hours into the beta, and that was a dumb move. That was
I did the same thing. I maxed out each character, and by that time, you've kind of did everything.
Yeah, you know what? It's interesting because I played the beta with the first Destiny, and literally instead of taking it from the midpoint or something, it's like the beginning. And so when you get Destiny, you have to play that whole fucking part over again that you just did, and that was such a pain in the ass. And it kind of bored me, and I didn't even stick. I've never done a strike on that game or any of that shit. But
we all know where Destiny's shine was the raids. You know what I mean? That when you had your raid crews, and you're bullshitting and grinding and trying to do, different things.
Well, and not just that, but the reward was actually, get this, folks, it was rewarding. Every time I did a raid, which is I only did 2 or 3 of them, I got tremendously great loot that I could really use, and it leveled me up quite quickly.
Well, you also felt like you did something.
Yes.
That was the point.
Yes, you accomplished something. Because you do so many little nonchalant tasks in Destiny that when you do a raid, you do feel like you accomplished yourself. Now, I do want to get back to the multiplayer for a second here, though, because you guys are talking about something that this is going to make or break Destiny 2, because the multiplayer is a very key component in this game. And the thing about 4v4 is I'm not anti-4v4. I'm not. Do you remember at the beginning of this generation when they heard that we weren't going to have, like, everyone thought Titanfall, the original Titanfall, was going to be like 12v12, and we're supposed to go bigger with. But that doesn't necessarily make things better. And if you don't believe me, just check out Battlefield 1.
What are you talking about over here?
Battlefield 1 is a good game.
Oh, it's fantastic. No, it's fantastic. There's nothing like playing 16v16 and then a horse running over you.
I gotta say, 16v16 is fantastic. It's a lot of fun.
It's fantastic, I guess, if you're on, like, opioids or mushrooms. Listen, It's a problem.
Wow.
Well, no, it is. No, clowns. That's not a dig at clowns. It's just, it's so, and I don't want to go off on a Battlefield 1 tangent. I could do an hour and a half show on that.
I'll go against you. No, I'm kidding.
I know you guys will. Here comes crap with the fun. Please don't.
Hey, no, hold on. Battlefield 1 is fun.
Oh!
Crap, you're not helping my case. I love that game.
Battlefield 1 is a lot of fun. Like I don't know what this is the problem, right? Mooch has it in his head that Battlefield 1 is all every game mode, every map is huge with vehicles that fall on your head.
No, it's not. That's the thing.
Battlefield 1 to me is like playing Marco Polo in Central Park. It's a fucking mess, okay?
Yeah, you have to run 30 fucking miles to get killed, then have to run 30 miles
There's
again.
other modes.
Don't worry about it, Mooch. Just spawn next to your squad leader. Who the fuck is my squad leader?
You pick you look, you can, when you join, look, let's say you, me, Foxy, my buddy Grave, and Hellhammer play Battlefield 1. We could all be in a squad together, and then one of us would be the squad leader. You look at the map, and you show up a certain color.
Spawn
and you
on them.
spawn on them. It's
have
super.
You guys ever seen the beginning of Saving Private Ryan when they dump the door open and you hear those?
Yeah, that's like going into my comment section on YouTube.
Yes, it's also like going into your comments. It actually is.
True story.
Yeah, Crap's the only person that sends you a crap gamer Kevlar vest. My whole thing is, but let me get back to where I'm going because we'll go off on a Battlefield 1 tangent here. Is 4v4 can be very good, but you got to look at games that really did a great job of reducing it down to that. I got to give a pinnacle point out to Gears. Gears did a great job with it. I do think, and Crap's going to throw tomatoes and tar and feather here, that's fine, but I do want to give The Last of Us multiplayer did a hell of a job with a 4v4.
Ooh.
Yeah, or I believe it was 4v4, 5v5, something. It was smaller group, but it was crafting. It was very, very, like, you got to think about what your next move was going to be. The problem I'm seeing with Destiny going to 4v4, okay, here's my problem. I'm noticing it's the same game as 6v6. They haven't changed anything except the maps are a smidgen smaller, but it's the same game. So now what happens is I feel like it's still just rushing in and killing each other just with less people and a smaller map. And I'm sorry, guys, you're not reinventing the wheel there. There's nothing being done that's different.
I don't think you're trying to reinvent the wheel. You know what I mean? But see, that's the point is, why, if you're not going to reinvent the wheel, then why couldn't we bring our shit over? That doesn't make sense.
Because it would have been fair to the new players. They wouldn't.
Yeah, because the new players wouldn't.
But, okay, but I understand that fact. But just carrying your shit over, even if it's the same level, you know, you start at level 1, but you still have all your shit. You know what I mean? I'd have been fine with that, but all this stuff that you grinded for 1,000 or plus hours, you know, there was, man, I know people that played 1,000 hours before they got a Gallahorn. You know,
I don't even know what that is, but man, I would be pissed if I had to wait.
The best weapon in the game.
Yeah,
woo, man, that pissed me off.
Wow. But I mean, that's true though, South, right? I mean, but the thing is, though, the problem is that you offend. You're going to hurt somebody's feelings either way. And the one thing you can't offend, you can't offend the public. The public is the new customer. You have to make it so that that's
but how many times did Bungie give and Activision give their fucking fans the middle finger? Come on, I mean, let's be honest.
They did. Hey, listen, I'm not going to argue with you. You're 100% right. I said one way or the other, someone's getting offended. Listen, what about crap now? Like, and crap's gonna, he's gonna crap all over.
No, but it's funny because it sounds like I hate the game, but I actually love the game, and that's the craziest thing about it.
What do you got, Clowns?
Me and Crap Gamer, we can go on Destiny 2, right? Have a lot of fun, buy all those microtransactions, do new dance moves, wave at each other, sit
down. I can't wait to do those dance moves, bro. Get with it. That's what's up.
Well,
right now, motherfuckers.
He is.
The thing is that they might re-release those weapons that we're so used to as DLC later on, and that's the shitty part. Is that they're too lazy. They want to introduce like these new weapons, and they don't want to like recode the other weapons that are still like to this day unbalanced. And sometimes they still have issues when they do an update, and they're like, "Oh, we fucked up this other gun, so don't use that because it doesn't work now." And then they do another update, and then this other gun is OP. So I think they're kind of like starting from scratch when it comes to the weapons, and they're like, look, we're just going to give you these new weapons. And then when they figure things out with the other weapons like Gallahorn, they're like, check out this DLC that you can buy, you know, which
if they
sucks
try
because
to do the DLC route, it's going to be a big problem in the community. I could tell you that.
Yeah, they won't do that.
No, I feel like they could though because it's Activision. I don't trust them. But it would be it would be nice if they don't do that.
I side-eye the hell out of Activision.
I see a skin, but not an actual Gjallarhorn.
They're already double dipping by even having a Destiny 2, because as much as I'm a fan, let's just be honest, I didn't see enough of a difference in engine, graphics, nothing to change me from really
it could technically be an expansion pack at this point, and no one knows.
You know, I made a joke with Assassin as we were playing earlier, and I said to Assassin, I said, imagine if it's all the same maps as Destiny 1, just new stories in them.
Well, it won't be quite that drastic, but I mean, you're not far off. I think the one thing that Bungie made a comment this week that I thought was interesting, they're like, now we're going to get prepared to hear people complain that we have too much story. And I was like, well, did you guys see that?
We'll see.
Like,
I don't know. We'll see about that.
That was weird.
We'll see about that.
Yeah,
show me before you start talking.
To scratch my temple on that one.
Yeah. I'm not.
Let's hope that they have more than 4 planets that you can go to that all look the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about we can hop in our ships though? Those are great, right?
But thank God we don't have to go to orbit.
You don't have to go to orbit anymore, crap.
Parts, huh?
Yeah, there's no point to it. You can't go in the ship and do anything in there anyway.
This is one of the sidebars we were having before the show for the audience. A little something the audience is here behind the scenes. I was talking about how I've played with so many people now. It's been a great thing. The community's been fantastic. And I've been able to hang out with people on Friday nights and talk to so many people through the chat. I found a lot of gamers actually don't drink alcoholic beverages, which is interesting. And I got to say, though, the one thing I loved about Destiny was I love that 30 minutes going to orbit. I can make a sandwich, a drink. I can call a friend. You know, there's so many things you can do in between missions, and now they got rid of that. So Destiny's going to be a lot faster of a game, a much more faster pace. That really slowed things down.
Very true.
But to get back to Southie's concern, I have a lot of my friends, okay, my personal friends that I know that work with me, they put in, when I say hours, I mean they had commas as well. They put a lot of time, over 2,000 hours into Destiny, and they've taken it like champs. They're not that pissed off that they can't bring their shit with them. They're like, all right, let's do this again.
They played Destiny. Anybody that's played Destiny is used to bending over because you got screwed from the minute you fucking bought the game. They sold you DLC that was on the fucking disc.
Yeah.
They give you no story. You had to find Grimoire cards.
Story a little overrated?
No,
definitely not.
Wait a minute. One of the most iconic games in history is Mario Brothers. It's Guy Saves the Girl.
Yeah, well, that's fucking Mario, though. You played that when you were a kid.
Why are we talking about
nobody's praising that story, though. People praise the stories as bad as I fucking hate it. The Last of Us. You know?
If you're in the story that much, Trap, I would love to see. I want to see 600 hours of Dark Souls on your fucking.
Dude, there ain't no story in that shit. Go around, die a billion times.
No!
Like, keep up with the story.
There's so much story in that. It's unbelievable.
Story?
It's like reading the Bible.
There is a story to Dark Souls.
Hey, okay, so there's a story. You gotta fucking keep up with it because you're too busy dying 100 times and backtracking.
You know, listen, I do want to say this much. So let me say this. Now that I've got hours and hours, I've got over 60 hours in the Dark Souls.
And you haven't beat it yet.
God bless you.
No, I have not. Yes, you know, we can get into that in a second. I will say this much. So the stigma behind Dark Souls, and I'm really taking this on a tangent, folks, so bear with me. The Dark Souls is that you're going to die a lot. And that's true for the first 10 hours. You do die a lot. But after you start getting your character up and up to stuff, and you know what, you start to learn what listen, The Witcher was the same way. I kind of wish Hellhammer was here. The Witcher 3, you guys
I like The Witcher 3.
I love The Witcher 3. Yeah.
There's a lot of great stories in there.
Can we get Tony Berg in here, please?
They need Metallica.
I want Tony Berg's impression.
Metallica music in the background because that would be great.
I'm Hellhammer. And,
hey, it's Hellhammer. I'm Hellhammer.
Oh, wow.
We did
Metallica.
But you know, the thing about it is that The Witcher 3 had so many components and so many items in it. It was a little overwhelming. And I think agree. Dark Souls, right? And Dark Souls does that too. Once you get past the overwhelming part of the items and learning the fighting mechanics, you really do get into it, crap. You'd really like it. But the thing is, though, you have to dedicate something called time.
Yeah, you can't just 60 hours on that shit.
60 hours doesn't put a dent. I got another 60 to go.
I know. I ain't spending no 120 hours on that shit.
Yeah, but I've got like 95 hours into The Witcher, and I'm just past the opening credits.
Yeah, but The Witcher, I mean, I could dig The Witcher a little bit. You know what I mean? There's, you know.
I didn't even get past the goddamn Griffin in The Witcher.
I know. So Sally, your story with The Witcher is so great. You're like, that Witcher, that big bird. Yeah, that's where I ended it.
That was super easy. You can't even die in The Witcher 3, I don't think. Like, it's almost impossible.
Dude, hey, when I bought The Witcher, I got it early, a couple days early. And I'm sitting there now, and I was installing it, whatever. So as soon as it was finished installing, I was deciding what difficulty, and I'm going, well, normally I like to give myself a challenge, not thinking that this is ungodly like a fucking Dark Souls. I go, well, I guess I'll go hardest difficulty, but I'm not a real big Witcher player, so I don't know. My wife looks over me and she's like, "Don't be a pussy, go hard or go home." And so of course, nice. I'm like, well, fuck, I have to pull my chest down a little bit. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this. So I started. Next thing you know, I get to this fucking bird, and it's just shitting all over me, and I'm like, I cannot. I said, you know what? I'm gonna try to go. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit and try to build my character up a little bit. So I, did that for like 2 hours, 3 hours. Killed a couple little fucking sea monsters by the river. Yeah. Said, all right, okay, cool. Maybe I can do this now. That goddamn bird and his talons fucked me up. I said, fuck this game. I literally ejected it and threw it across the room. Never.
When The Witcher gets its 4K a treatment for the X, I'm all on board for The Witcher. I'm going back.
Yeah, I'll probably go back to that shit at that point too. So,
but I will say this much about in The Witcher. This happens with The Witcher. And this happens with Dark Souls. And allow me to just get into a philosophical thing here for a second, guys. Is that those are the games when you think about games that you want to talk. If you want to start talking about story, I like how there's a lot of people on Twitter. They're like, I love story and single player. Hey, did you ever try Dark Souls? Fuck you, Mooch. Whoa, take it easy. I'm like, why wouldn't you try this? No, it's too hard. You die too much. I just don't understand how people don't play Witcher. They don't play Dark Souls, but they like single player story games. So that's what those are.
They like linear.
Yes,
story.
yes. Things like Horizon Zero, flawless, pointless game. That is it's just an absolute waste of time.
I want to shoot wooden arrows at fucking metal and kill them.
Over and over and over again. It is what it is. And listen, by the way, Crap, you've also just officially lost Luca. She is now Team Mooch.
She was already Team Mooch. You guys ran. It's like, come on.
So I've got Fox, I've got Luca. The 2% demographic is all.
Whoa.
I stole Fox too.
Whoa. No.
I'm mooching.
No, that's
real quick. I want to give a big shout out to Luca because she got me to start playing. Some games that I gave up on.
Which one, Boom?
Let me see. So the one by BioWare.
Uncomfortable silence that we were talking about.
The BioWare one.
He's like, yeah, that
Dragon Age.
No, Dragon Age. The N7.
Mass Effect.
Andromeda?
Yeah, my God, I can't believe I forgot it. Yeah, I bought the $100 edition, put an hour into it, never played it again. I started to pick it up, and now I'm 24 hours into it.
Well, listen, I can match you with that, Boom. I actually bought Dragon Age, the complete edition. I bought it when it was on sale for $20 digitally. I have yet, right hand to the Lord, I have yet to even click on it digitally. I haven't even clicked on it.
That's actually a really good game.
It is, but the problem is
you don't even need to buy it. It's in the damn EA Access vault.
Yeah, well, it is in the vault, but I bought it before EA Access was EA Access.
Oh yeah, I bought it new too.
Because it went on sale so quickly. Yeah. So many great people in the chat. Let me just stop and say hello to everybody. We got Sub-Zero in the chat. We've got Sajibot, Luca. My God, Mr. 100 was in here. We had Chris Steele. So many great people are here. Thank you guys for coming out tonight on Friday night.
Deathmobile.
He
could be Deathmobile, but Deathmobile. He's Deathmobile.
Yeah, it's going against.
Yeah, I don't know.
Either way, I'm on the go, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's weird is like this generation has been the only generation where when it comes to these long, big ass RPGs, I don't really have time or the patience to finish them. Because I remember when Dragon Age 2 came out on 360, man, I spent a full 2 days just playing that shit to death and beat it. Same thing with even Skyrim, man. Even though that took me forever, I kept going back to it for hours and hours at a time. And now this generation, it's like I haven't even beat Dragon Age Inquisition yet.
Well, that's because there's so many games being released, no one has the time for it.
Hey, I have almost 1,000. I have 600 on Xbox 360. So I had that same problem.
The thing for me is that those games that are like action RPG or MMORPG style, I can't get into them. Like, it's the gameplay I can't get into, but I do like the story and stuff. So I do watch like people on Mixer or Twitch play it. So
a lot of people say that to me, Fox, and I'm glad you brought that up. There's times at night where I'm like, you know what? Tonight's one of those nights where I feel like gaming, but I don't feel like gaming. And I know people are like, what are you talking about, Mooch? But a lot of people are shaking their head up and down saying, I kind of know what you mean. There's times I want to enjoy watching a game, and this is where streaming really comes into play. Like, I like the stream. I'm really looking forward to after we get done with this podcast, we take about a 25-minute break, and then we play. And it's great to have interaction with the audience again and be able to actually play the game instead of just talk about the game. But like Fox just said, there's a lot of nights where I just go on to Twitch or I go on to Mixer and I just see what's going on, what the top games are, and I'll watch. And Dragon Age actually is a really great game to kind of do that with. There's a few.
The Witcher 3 is also a good game to watch.
Absolutely. And that's why a lot of people actually watch Friday the 13th. And Crap came out with it. Crap actually, in case you guys are wondering, he just actually coined the term fun. So he uses fun as much as possible. Fun is true, but it's also relative, right? And in the fact of like a Friday the 13th, it's fun to watch it streamed because it's almost like watching the actual movie. You're seeing people in paranoia. They're running around. They're hiding. They're running for their lives. And then you actually see the killer do his thing. And that is really something that's great. And then sometimes with something like Witcher, you really get into some kind of amazing like story base. There's a lot of times the side quests in Witcher took me 45 minutes away from the main quest. And I turned around. I was like, that was a side mission? That was amazing. That side mission, I don't know if you guys ever seen, I can't remember, now I'm really dating myself. There was a movie with Rodney Dangerfield. Like, I have a question for you. One question in 27 parts. When someone throws a question at you with 27 subsections, that's what The Witcher does. It's like, here's a side mission, and by the way, there's 27 components to it. You kind of get lost.
At least their side missions weren't getting a fucking chasing a dinosaur.
A cane for the guy on the road.
Yeah, like the dinosaur didn't steal their shit. You know what I mean? Like that's to me, that's like at least those they make sense and they're fun.
Well, that's it.
And I can't get up. Could you find me a cane?
I'm sure I'm with you there, Boom. I gotta be honest with you. I'm a little disappointed in the whole Horizon. You know, people that were given Horizon a Yahtzee and a congratulations. I'm just a little confused on what kind of gamer you are at this point because that's such a linear, who gives a shit model. And you know what were we to expect from Guerrilla Games? Guerrilla
that's
Games
exactly the point. Yeah, unfortunately, every Killzone game sucked.
Yeah. Pretty game.
You know what's weird? I don't think
that's exactly what you pointed it out. Everyone said it was beautiful.
It was.
That's the most thing I heard about it. Not the gameplay was the greatest or whatever, but it just looked.
Well, the gameplay very similar to Tomb Raider. It just was a little better looking than Tomb Raider was.
But it was lackluster in content.
That's the thing I was gonna say is that when I actually played Horizon, it made me miss Tomb Raider. I wanted to go play that instead.
Thank you.
And I don't think I've ever said that in any podcast, but I've always felt that way from day one.
This is where me and Fox are connected. That's that 50% Italian coming out. Let me tell you right now. I'll tell you, Fox, I'm with you because I actually turned around to my wife. I said the same thing. I said, I'm not playing Horizon, but what I am going to do is I only got 3/4 or halfway through Tomb Raider. I'm like, I am going back and playing.
How the hell do you not play through Tomb Raider?
I don't know. I just couldn't. Listen.
What a great game.
It is a fantastic game. I can't say enough about it. But the reason I haven't gone through it,
I'm gonna have to pull your gamer card, bro. That's just lame, man.
Well, you can pull it. I just gave you the fucking. I just stood on the stand and put my hand in the Bible. I told you to finish it.
I know, but damn, man, who the hell starts Tomb Raider and doesn't finish it?
Hey, I have to admit, I never finished it.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Everybody,
oh my God, I'm leaving.
Behind me. We're going to Washington. No, listen. Here's my thing. I think that you have to understand that the reason we didn't finish it, Crap, and I can only speak for myself, and I want to hear what Clowns and Southie's got to say. I didn't finish it because I'm kind of a near completion. I like to complete like all the things I run into. I think Hellhammer said it best with Witcher 3. He's like, I ride to the main mission. If I see a side mission, I take it. I was doing that, but I kind of just got lost into all the collectibles and things that were going on.
Oh, there's a lot of shit to collect. That's for sure.
And the tombs, and it's just
you don't even have to do the tombs.
Here and this and that. I'm like, come on. You don't even have to do this. That's the thing, though, Crap. See, you're a guy that goes through. You're a gamer that goes through and plays main missions. I'm not that
Crap gamer mode.
Yeah, I beat Rise of the Tomb Raider in like 14 hours. It was like
I mean, so you have 14. Actually, you know, and I'll let Southie. What was your reason for not doing it? While you do that, I just want to see the hours I have logged into that game.
I'll give you one word. Fucking Destiny.
You blamed it on Destiny.
So Destiny killed.
You know what? Listen, it's funny because my backlog is so sick. I because I like to buy games too. But then now that I have fallen off on Destiny, I don't play it anymore.
Right.
I go and look at all these games I got to play, and honestly, I'm like, fuck, where do I start from?
Right, and that's the thing.
And you know what? And I just put down a controller. I'm like, I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah,
I don't even know where to start.
That's the reason I said I want to start back from the beginning here with Tomb Raider, because I don't remember where the hell I left off, and I'm not going to just ruin my experience and be like, oh well, who gives a shit? I have 21 hours on Rise of the Tomb Raider, and I'm barely touched the game. I'm all over the place. And you can look, and that's me pulling the card right now. It's 21 hours to a T. I only have 130 gamer score out of 2250. I mean, I got to get back to it.
The 2250 is
the DLC.
Yeah, that's DLC too. Which I got to tell you, the DLC is nice.
It's good.
It is. It's so good.
Very good. I've watched all the reviews on it. I've heard it was great. I mean, and by the way, this is how great. Listen, in case anyone's listening to CrossFire right now, they're like, oh, these guys play. This is what gaming's all about. We've just gone from Destiny to Witcher to somehow Rise of the Tomb Raider, and we managed to bash Horizon, which is wonderful. That was amazing get through there. But I mean, like that's what I'm saying, guys. And I do want to kind of bring this back into Destiny a bit. I mean, what's the consensus in the room? I want to get the consensus before we move on.
I'm excited to get back to Destiny. I'm just afraid that they didn't do enough to change it from vanilla Destiny, because the Taken was fantastic.
So boom. Here's a question for you. So if they changed it just barely enough, are you gonna play it enough to get another comma?
If it's the Taken King change, then yes, I'll play it that much.
I could help you with that. The dude that made this whole game is the dude that made the Taken King.
Yeah.
That's him.
Oh man.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
He took over.
Did we lose you?
No, because once people love the Taken King, they let him take over. They were like, dude, if people love it that much, you could do the second one, basically.
I never even did that. I didn't have anybody to play that shit with. So
I feel bad, Crappy. We should play.
I know. I wanted to do the campaign shit, but nobody was around. Everybody was like, let's do a strike. And I'm like, I'm only level 120.
Well, that's the thing, though. Listen, this sounds ridiculous crap, but you got to kind of keep up with the Joneses. You don't have to play with everybody when they play. You can play at your own speed, but you do have to play the game. That's the thing. You have to keep going. You have to do your dailies. You've got to do your strikes. You got to do things during the week.
Yeah, you got to make a commitment to that game. That's for sure.
I like that. See, I like that about a game. And Clowns, you were saying something. What was the reason you're a little flustered about it?
I don't like the Taken King because to me it just seemed like there was like black balls of void everywhere. And like hobgoblins jumping around and like putting each other on leashes and having a party. I thought that was kind of lame.
I hate to say this, but if you look at the Destiny 2 trailer, those new aliens kind of popping in and out all over the place looked almost the same.
They are. Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
I'm going to need a puke bucket.
That's so bad. This is music to Crap's ears, but Crap, listen, I'll be honest with you. I'm really gonna rope you in for this, buddy. You gotta play the game. And I mean, so how many people are playing the beta next week? How many people here are playing the beta?
I already preloaded everything.
Okay, so it's a yes from Boom. Southeast says yes. Clowns is yes. Foxy's definitely yes. I'm in. And actually, you know what, guys? And Boom, tell me if I'm wrong here. You gave me a code for an extra Xbox early access to the beta, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna give that out at the end of the show, folks. We got a code so that somebody can play on the 8th. I believe it's the 19th. Excuse me.
For the Xbox people. Unfortunately, we're not good enough to get it the same day as the PlayStation 4 fan base.
Microsoft didn't pay $100 million for that, right? So
it was just one day. It's fine. It's fine, you guys. It's fine.
I mean, it goes to, if you guys don't want to go ahead and pre-order it, you don't have to. There's actually public access.
The 21st is a public access.
How big is the download?
It's only like 12 gigs.
Yeah, it's a story mission. It's a story mission, a strike, and it's two maps.
Multiplayer. And the multiplayer, I think. Yeah, one is control and one it's the new mode. Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. I mean, that's a good test. A lot of people. I'm already going to predict this. I'm going to predict it. Everyone's going to say it's the same thing. Yeah, it's Destiny. You know what I mean? It is the same thing. Uncharted 3 is like Uncharted 2, and Uncharted 4 is like Uncharted 3.
I mean, people don't want to change it too much because then it's like, oh, it ain't Destiny no more. But then, if it's too much like Destiny 1, it's too much like Destiny 1. It's like, holy fuck.
Exactly,
can anybody be happy?
Exactly. Look at what they did. They took Sprint out of Halo, and people were fucking lighting Detroit and fire and flipping cars over. You know, I mean, it's outrageous. It is ridiculous. So it is what it is, folks. You know what I mean? So if you're going to go in and expect this to be a completely different game, you know, you're not going to buy Destiny 2 and all of a sudden it's like Pebble. You know what I mean? Come on. Let's
Hey, Moch, I'm just checking my Destiny time played, 1,093 hours.
So you barely got the comma, but you are in the comma club. So congratulations.
I can't even count because I have too many hours on multiple systems. So I'm like, whatever.
Wow, Fox has got to go from one TV to the other to figure out. She's got to do a little math.
I got to do math. Fuck that.
I put it on the 360. I mean, I put it in for the achievements.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't blame you at all.
All you had to do is just pop the disc in and start it up.
Well, Crap gave me shit 2 weeks ago when we were streaming. I said what I was going to do was I was looking to see if somebody would throw me a PS4 code for the beta. I wanted to try it out because I'm wondering, here's something we haven't heard, folks, all right? Allow Mooch to start it up. What's going to be the beta resolution for the Pro, the PS4 Pro? Is it going to be 1440p? I mean, is it going to be 1080p? Is it going to be native 4K? What's the Pro getting for the beta? Because they love talking about beta. Remember when Titanfall's first beta came out? 720p? What is this, yesterday? Gears, right?
Gears, they ripped that apart.
Absolutely. So what's this? Nobody knows. I would assume, this is my assumption. Nobody's told me this. I haven't heard anything. And Crap's actually heard lower numbers. I would think that the Xbox version would be 1080p because they're already running at 1080p. And then I would think that it would be 1440p on the Pro. Now, I could be wrong, but nobody said anything.
That game would be lucky to be 1440p on the Pro.
It's going to be 1080 on
It's
both.
probably going to be 1080p.
Yep.
Especially for the beta.
But they're gonna have some kind of thing because they're already marketing it as 4K. You know what I mean? So it's probably going to be higher than 1080.
PlayStation has more grass. That's it. That's the only difference.
There's a little more grass on the planet.
That's it.
Oh God! So, anyways, folks, look, I did want to try them both out, but I wasn't going to pre-order it on PS. Of course, I'm not going to play it on PlayStation because we all know that the Xbox One X is going to get the full treatment from Bungie. Whatever they're
they say maybe we don't have any kind of information on that though. Blah, 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 blah.
Bungie, but you gotta love the contractual. This is the other thing I was saying, and it's not a subject line I had, but it's something I've been saying for about 3 weeks now. Is I called 2018 the year that, and this is not a bad thing. It's just it happens to be the term. I think Phil's going to flip-flop a lot next year. I think he's really going to get a lot of third-party marketing deals because this is nonsense. This is all horseshit.
Mooch, I'm really glad you brought that up because here's the thing. This playing nice stuff in business is unacceptable. I like Phil. I think that it's because of him the Xbox brand is still viable. Okay? Because Don Matrix is an idiot. And he nearly cost the Xbox and its community its system. So he's the Superman of the Xbox. But you cannot do this kind of stuff in business and expect to succeed. You have to go for the juggler. Sony is doing it left and right.
Yeah.
Okay? Yep. Like you say, the kumbaya, stop it already.
It's enough.
Lock in the deals, spend a couple of bucks. Yeah. And make your community happy.
That's what it is. Listen, here's what I've said. Let me just add to what you're saying, okay? So there's Anthem coming out end of next year if it doesn't get delayed.
No, early next year.
Oh, is it early? My apologies.
It's already been in development for 5 years.
Then I apologize and I stand corrected. For some reason, I thought that was going to be. I thought that had fall 2018 written all over it. But anyways, it doesn't matter. Regardless, please, for the love of God, if anybody will even take this little clip and send it to Redmond, buy a strike. Buy a wave, buy some gear, give the Xbox community why it is that you have the marketing rights for that thing. Don't just stand there and be like, here comes a free poster for GameStop. We don't care about that stuff, right? You got to play up to your competition. This isn't just, and I believe in everything else they're doing with the grassroots and the whole thing being like, well, when you see our system, you'll know. I agree with that. I really do. I truly, truly do. Because gamers will go, if you're buddies and you're like 16, 17 years old and you're a PS4 owner, you go over to your buddy who has an X and you're like, what is that? You're like, this is the new Battlefront 2. It's unbelievable. Like, I have Battlefront 2 for PS4, but it doesn't look like that. Yeah, no shit, you got to get this. That will work. That takes time. But when you have big games like Anthem and Destiny, you've got to lock stuff in. That worked for the 360, and it's working for the PS4.
Yes.
Phil has to see that it will work again next year on his X. And it's the way you keep things enthralled on your system. So that being said, I do think you're going to see a lot more third-party deals with Xbox next year because I think Phil sees the light of his – that's the one error he made in the past 2 years. And you know what? Not going to give him shit for it. He's kind of done a lot. Okay,
he's kind of done a lot.
No, he's still, that's the thing, though. He's still done a lot of marketing deals. I think his whole thing is
the B team, but yes.
Well, it's not so much, the marketing deals he has a problem with. He has a problem with keeping content from all gamers.
Does he hate exclusive content on Xbox then? Does he fight himself on that?
Yeah, that's the Kumbaya stuff, though.
Hey, maybe Halo 6 should be on PS4. Megaton.
The thing is this. With Phil Spencer, you got to remember, yes, now he's the head of Xbox, but he was still on the board in the 360 days when Don Matrix was making these deals. So I'm sure he was responsible for giving the thumbs up. Oh, yeah, go ahead, Don, make that deal.
No, he knew.
So like I said, I understand he doesn't want to hold things from gamers. I totally get that, and I respect that. But you're losing.
Yeah.
Okay? And you have the most powerful system. It's going to run every third party and every first party game amazing. Let's get some of those PS4 players that were 360 players back onto
absolutely
the Xbox brand. Remember, just a couple of years ago, every IGN and Kotaku and GameSpot article was 1080p versus 900p. Now we're in a position to have the most powerful console. Maybe those same players that left for the power will come back, but you have to give incentive.
Right, and incentive is a nice way of saying you have to give money. And, the whole thing is this. They've got to start paying for these things so people take recognition. Listen, in Southie, I was one of the biggest components of saying that I think Phil did the right thing in saying, look at our box, watch the games. This is why you're going to want the X. And I'm with him still on that. But the problem is now you have games like Crap did a video today on Battlefront 2, and they were like, hey, we're gonna give it the treatment. We're going to give the enhanced version. The problem is Microsoft can't show it. Nobody can see it.
In fact, they couldn't even announce it was getting an enhanced version. It just says so on the Xbox site.
Yeah.
They were very cagey about that to begin with. I had heard that it was running, they say 4K, but that could be anything. But it's going to look very close to what we saw running on the PC during the EA thing. So you can bank on that. And obviously it's going to be 60 FPS. The good thing about the EA games are that those are DirectX 12 titles. And so they're taking full advantage of that, which takes the load off the CPU. So that's why they're going to be able to push FPS higher with those types of games on the Xbox One X because it's baked right in and super easy to use. So that's why they're going to be able to do the update on Battlefield 1. You're going to see a much better thing. I think it's only 1400p on the Pro. It's probably going to be 2100p. It's probably going to be dynamic on Battlefield. Yeah. I would expect dynamic resolution, although people look at that as a bad thing. I would expect dynamic resolution on especially 60 FPS games because when they do get bogged down into heavy fighting and things like that and a lot of stuff going on, you don't want slowdown and shit. So for it to dynamically scale, that's brilliant. I have no problem whatsoever with that.
I agree.
What's going to sell the system to the gamers across either line you cross is when the YouTube guys like yourselves start doing the videos side by side. Yeah. When the system is in our hands.
Absolutely.
And it's in the public's view and people are going on Twitch or going on Mixer or going on YouTube and they're like, holy shit, I can't believe what that looks like. That's when you'll start converting people back to the Xbox platform.
Right.
Yeah. Because if you have people saying, there ain't that much difference. Just save your money. Then they're screwed.
This is the longest 3-4 month stretch for both sides of the coin. And I said this on Xbox Nation.
Yeah, assuming they can get past that whole delay, right? Come on.
Well, should we even
Mooch had to talk me off the ledge of the building. I almost jumped when I saw that.
He wrote me. He's like, "Is that a delay?" I'm like, "No. There's absolutely, and I mean, Absolutely no delay. There's no delay. They got up on the biggest stage in the world of E3, which is the gaming mecca, and they said November 7th. And then somebody was like, well, I don't really believe it. Phil seemed wishy-washy. And then Aaron Greenberg. I like how Aaron Greenberg said this. This is my favorite line from him. Ready? Somebody was like, Aaron, is it really come out on November 7th? You know what he wrote? Yes! That's what he said.
Yeah, well, Phil, I didn't like Phil's response. To be honest, I didn't like Phil's response that much.
I didn't like it either, but Phil's...
It was like, it's still on track. I feel good about that date.
Oh, it's on track.
It's still on track. PlayStation VR.
I'm gonna hurt your guy. I'm gonna hate all the Microsoft fans that are in the room right now. You're all gonna hate me for this. But Phil Spencer's got a little Steve Jobs in him, okay? He says things that are very like
cryptic manner.
Kumbaya, my lord. Like hopefully if the stars align and I love things and everything smells good and my incense is still burning, November 7th is perfect. Yeah, but I mean, it's like, the thing about it is there was actually an article, and I don't want to get into it. I said it to crap. There's an article that said Seattle is turning into like the most hipster.
Oh, the hell place. Yeah.
And let me tell you something. There's Kennedy did that. Dude, do you see? But I mean, the tweets that come out of Redmond. Sometimes I think that's where the fucking Lucky Charms fucking people hang out. Like it's like. Everything's magically delicious up there.
Hey,
everything they tweet out is so fucking happy. And it's like, hey, Stein, did you bring me a coffee? I brought you 12. What?
Hey, you know what's funny is you never...
Because weed is legal, that's why.
Well, no, is it just that? But like me and Moose, we're constantly like, we message each other back and forth about when these people tweet this stupid shit back and forth to each other. We're like, can you believe this shit? We're always bitching about it, like back and forth to each other.
Because
like,
we on the East Coast, we know better.
I know, man. Like, fuck, man. You know, if somebody started acting like that around me, I just stare at them.
Yeah,
like no reason to act like that.
I just see the way that the Xbox folks all tweet, and it's like, listen, it's fine, and I understand. I'm not wrapped up in that culture, but you have to understand something too. I've definitely traveled over that way, so I understand, and I've met a lot of the folks over there, and they're great people. But I've grown up my whole life over here, and people say leave the East Coast before it makes you too hard. And leave the West Coast before it makes you too soft. Because the thing about it is, like, it just seems like everybody up there. No, not you guys. Not LA. Not LA. Not LA.
You don't have to nobody saying you soft.
No. But I didn't say that. It's in a song. Like, I didn't say, but, like, I'm just like, it is. I'll send it I'll put it in the goddamn description. But like, my point is,
you get 10 in your car door.
Yeah, right. I know, right? Because I got 100 in the chat. 100's gonna be like, listen, LA is always exempt, by the way.
I love for Cali. There's certain spots over there that can't be touched.
Right, absolutely, and I agree. Yeah. But I mean, usually when I'm talking, you guys gotta understand. When I use West Coast, I'm usually talking about like the Seattle area,
San Francisco.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not talking about LA. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about that. Like there's some hardcore cities out there on the West. You know what I mean? There's no doubt. But I mean, the point of the matter is this: I think that whole kumbaya thing, which is going on with that era that lives there right now. That's why when I joke around, I'm like, listen, that's fine. Do you think I think they're going to take Redmond and move them over to like the Bronx? No, but like, at the same time, wouldn't mind if they hired a few of us and brought us over there. Like, get a little bit of, like, that cutthroat mentality. Or you know what? Hire some people from L.A. Like, you know what I mean? I've talked to 100. I've talked to, hey, see, 100's in the chat. 100's like, hey, nothing soft about the west side.
Yeah, I saw that.
100.
Oh, yeah. Hey, and Bone knows. He's in the hood. He's in the thick of it.
He does. He definitely knows what's up. That's what I'm saying. Like, hire people from L.A. then. My point is, you got to just get that whole kumbaya thing out of there. And I don't know. Listen, maybe it'll never leave. But I think that's the one thing that hurts them. And you see it from Sony, right? Sony does not give two fucks. They don't care. They just don't care. They're like, yeah, we're doing this. Look what they've done, Southie. Listen to me for a minute. They've done this. They've gotten rid of there's no cross-play with Xbox. PS Now versus back compat.
They don't have to.
You can't change your gamer tag.
Can't change your gamer tag if you want it or not. No EA access. I mean,
who wants to play that? Come on, that's just more fees. That's just Microsoft trying to screw us over.
No value in that crap.
Yeah, exactly. No value. I actually think it's a good thing that Sony doesn't let us change our names on there. Who wants that? Imagine what that would lead to.
Man, I know people still love that fucking super duper swag 420XX.
Right.
Exactly.
Yep.
From like fucking 2002.
Well, listen.
Loving.
McLovin, yeah.
I like
420.
Justin Maroney in the chat says, "What the fuck is Mooch talking about?" He must have just got here, or you may have just tuned into my channel for the first time because I've been talking about the same shit for 3 years. Listen, right? This guy's new. But anyway, we got another thing that I really want to talk about while we're in the Destiny and the whole console thing and what's going on is Crap brought it up on Xbox Nation. I want to get everybody's thought here. What's the deal with the white PS4 Destiny bundle? Are you guys excited about it? Do you not give a shit?
It's the new hat. It's the new fucking hat on Malibu Stacy, and everybody's like slapping their flippers together. Woo!
Oh no!
Look at that white. Woo! But Sony's done it again, folks. Woo! Let's hear it for Sony. They've reimagined the PS4. Woo, man! They've really nailed it. They really want. No, you know what? The bottom fucking line is that PS4 Pro. You know what they did with that thing? They took the same care into that as they took into their fucking E3 conference, which is none whatsoever. They do the bare fucking minimum.
Yes.
People let them get away with it. They let them off the hook. We know who Sony is. They don't care. They treat you like trash, and then you still come back for more, and that's how they like it. And as long as people still coming back for more, they're gonna still continue to treat you like trash, and that's just
because they want you zombies like fucking hanging from the ceiling like in their fucking.
Oh my god, that was horrible.
That was actually that was disgusting. But that's a great point. They treat you like garbage.
And hold on, Top Dog, crap, jealous of what, bitch? I've got a PS4 Pro.
Yeah,
I've got fucking almost 100 games on my PS4. I've got a PSVR. I've got fucking I own.
You knew he was gonna fucking mention VR.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, man. These fucking dildos that try to call me out for shit. They don't have the games that I have. They don't even have a Pro.
No.
You know, they don't support Sony the way I do. I have a PS2. I have two PS4s. One of them I let my brother use. I have a Vita. I have a PlayStation Portable. I have a PS2, a PS1, a PS3. I bought two PS3s.
Yeah.
So get the fuck out of here, kid.
Yeah, I don't really understand that whole thing. The same thing they say to me at crap all the time. Like, you guys do this and that. And I'm like, we're playing the games you told us to play. And there are games that I actually give credit to. And believe me, I give PS4 games credit and then I get shit from crap. But I mean, the point of the matter is that, like, I know he gives me shit. But, like, you know,
he was on there playing Neo yesterday, right?
I like Neo.
Listen, I just want to let you know I put 100 hours into Neo.
Yes. It's good,
I'm
right?
Mooch, I'm level 95.
Oh, you're killing me.
I was playing Crash Bandicoot. Of course, I appear offline. Mooch doesn't. So I seen him on there, right? And I was like shaking my head, traitor.
Yeah, my head, and I'm like, why is this thing going off? And then he's like, traitor. I'm like,
wait. The biggest surprise about this is that you guys play games.
Oh, God forbid.
I know, right? Is that
only on PlayStation?
Oh yeah.
You know what? Look. I mean, that's like such a fallacy there, right? Like I remember even that thing with Zaire. They're like, Zaire don't play games. That dude is streaming 24/7. My shit's always going off. Next Gen 720 is, or Zaire is.
He plays all the fighting games. Yep.
Yeah, that dude's like constantly streaming. You know what I mean? Like I have, I think I'm a level 13 trophies, 134,000 gamer score, something like that. So, gaming, yeah. And not everybody, even if you don't have that much gamer score trophies, it doesn't mean that you don't game. Like my buddy Grave,
because a lot of people play just one game a year.
Yeah, or he plays Call of Duty all the damn time, but you don't get achievements for playing that all the time online. You know, once you get a certain amount, that's it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So a lot of people I know that play games all the time don't have a huge amount of gamer score. It doesn't make them less gamers. They just don't play a whole shitload of games.
Well, here's my thing with the
whole shout out to Neth in the chat.
Yeah, shout out to Neth, absolutely.
Yeah, man, he needs some some good news, man.
Yeah, Neth, we're gonna try and get you some good news in a hurry, brother. Always good to hang out with you. And Neth had something happen personally, and we're gonna see if we can work something out to get something for him, get him a new Xbox or something. But yeah, one way or the other, we'll work something out for him. Shout out to him and his family.
What happened? What happened?
The house he actually lived in burned down.
Yeah, it was tragic.
Way.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And we game with him a lot, like on Friday nights and stream and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
that sucks, but I'm glad that he's okay.
He's safe and
absolutely. Yeah, as long as the family and him are okay, you know, the property could be, you know, rebuilt.
Absolutely. Yeah. But I'll tell you, Neth has taught us all something, man. He's done since this has happened has been like having fun in the community still and being positive about the situation. And it makes you stop and think about like what you got and what you don't have.
Yes,
and he's a hell of a role model, Neff. Hell of a role model, bro. We're like I said, we're gonna work something out. We're gonna figure something out to get you at least an Xbox One.
This dude in there, this dude goes, X1X delayed. Man, that shit ain't delayed. Get
it's
out of
not
here.
delayed. We didn't even get to that part yet of the show.
I like how the chat is triggering crappy.
They are.
No, you know what? The problem is, it's like they're all like Hellhammer though. They don't do a good enough job to really trigger me. It's just like, it is kind of frustrating that people think stupid things. I don't know, like shut up, stupid.
When are you gonna mute Hellhammer? I'm just waiting.
You know what, Hellhammer?
I'm waiting for the day when you mute his mic, and I'm like, yay!
Wait, hold on, crap. Let me invite. Oh my God, it's James Play to the chat.
No thanks, no thanks. We, like you have to have a certain level of IQ to get in here, and I don't think he qualifies.
But yeah, we were talking about the PlayStation, the Pro. Oh my God, it's amazing. No, I don't think so because it's white, and I don't like white consoles. I'm just saying. So I mean, why would you pay so much for that? There's no cool design on it or anything. I mean, it's boring.
It shocks me, Foxy, that Bungie is teamed up with Sony, and this is their their big shot for the year. You think that either of the companies would go out of their way for their fans, for the fans, for the players, and make a console that actually looks,
it stands out.
Yeah, that makes it special.
Allow me to be a journalist for a minute, a gaming journalist.
Are you from IGN, sir?
Well, yes, I
know if he was from IGN, you couldn't get a fucking 4K TV. Which, by the way, you know what? I watched. They did this little 4-minute like unlock thing where it had some girl who I'd never seen before. She didn't say shit during the whole thing anyway. But then
saw that.
They had fucking what's his name? Destin, Ryan.
Destin was all Xbox. Did you see him?
Yeah, he was. I was like, you're winning me back, Destin. You're winning me back, bro.
Destin is back in the loop. He is back.
He's back in the circle of trust right now.
Absolutely.
I've got to say, because he's like, I'm really excited for it. I got me a KS8000, and he's like, Ryan's like, really? And then they're just like, oh, you made that jump, huh?
What a shock!
And Ryan,
oh my goodness.
He's like, how much did you pay for it? Ryan goes, how much did you pay for it? He's like, $900. He's like, it's from Joe's offline. He's like, did it fall off a truck? And he's like, no. And I'm like, that fucked
No, but Ryan McCaffrey is going to go out and buy an $80,000 car, but he can't afford to get a 4K TV and an X1X. Oh, I don't know. Maybe because his job has something to do with it.
Hey, you know what? Somebody should.
But you have to remember, he has that podcast that he does. If he gets one of them Tesla cars, he's getting it heavily discounted.
Hey, so like I gotta tell you this though, somebody should tell Ryan to follow Fat Kid Deals, man. They're always tweeting out 4K TV deals, man. I'm telling you, they just posted a really good Sony one, 55-inch, $700 with HDR. Right. So I mean, come on.
I gotta get on.
I know, right?
Yeah,
like they got.
Cole Eastwood said something. Best Buy had one for $550.
Well, no, it's the TCL. It's the TCL one, right? It's the equivalent of the Samsung KS8000. Wow. Right, HDR and everything. It's $590. It's like $550, $599, 55-inch, which is a really good deal. It's got it's 120 hertz.
Predator.
I would get that for movies for sure.
Predators in the chat. He goes, Smooch. He goes. Then Ryan was on Twitter today talking about getting Oculus because they had the
yes, he did.
So he's sitting there talking about Oculus, but he isn't up for a 4K TV. I mean, this is the ridiculousness. This is not journalism, people. This is opinionated fact. It's like the Inquirer. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, if I was a journalist right now, here would be the article I wrote. PS4 Pro comes out. True next gen or money grab? Because here's my that's my article, everybody. It's not even clickbait. I actually have some information to read. This PS4 Pro, which I own, okay, to everybody in the chat that's listening now or later, that is no different than the PS4 I had that I traded in. Yep. There is almost no difference at all. I mean, almost zippo. My friend has a PS4 vanilla, and he actually liked Horizon. He liked it. So he comes over and he's like, I'm like, dude, you want to see PS4 Pro Horizon? Huh? You want to see that? I put it on. He's like, and he's looking at it, and I'm like, that's where it is. This is where it's at. All right? Go trade in your PS4. Get a Pro. And he's looking at it, and he's like,
that looks exactly the same.
I don't see anything different at all. And I'm like, what? And I'm not even trying to be funny. I wasn't, with him, I'm not just being mooch. I'm like, come on, tell me you see something. And he's like, there's nothing, bro. And he's partial. He doesn't know he doesn't do a little gaming podcast stuff. He just games. The kid just games. He's actually predominantly PC. He just games. And, he didn't see any difference. And I'm like, I don't either. Fuck. I thought maybe I was just hallucinating. I don't see anything. So the PS4 Pro is an absolute money grab, folks. It's an absolute money grab. And that's why you see there's a peacocking going on with the executives at Microsoft, because they're like, we're giving you something. We're giving you something real. If you guys don't believe me, watch the Xbox 2017, okay, E3. It was fantastic. Fantastic.
Not according to Game Informer, who gave the win to Sony.
Who are they?
Did they really?
They did. I shit you not.
Oh my god!
They did. They gave them, yeah.
Hey, apparently, to win E3, all you got to do is show up for 55 minutes, show 16 games, 6 of which were VR, and 9 of which we already knew about.
And hang dead bodies from the ceiling.
Yep, and you win. Woo, man!
Yeah, and you hang bodies from the ceiling.
Hey, seriously, a lot of people were bothered by that. I mean, because
really.
Yeah, there's a lot of people bothered. We're standing in line for FanFest, during the press conference, and so a lot of people had their phones out and they're watching the conference, while waiting to get in.
Yeah, and
everyone was just like, "Oh my god, this is fucking horrible!" Like, and I'm like literally going down the line. Everyone was like, "This is horrible. This is horrible." Oh, they're bombing right now. Oh, the fucking sound went out. They're like, oh my god! Like the whole fucking line, like the fucking sound went out. Oh, stupid! They're laughing, right? Next thing you know, they're like, what the fuck? There's dead bodies hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? So of course I peek over and I'm like, oh wow, okay, well I guess someone's gonna do what they want to do. You know what I mean?
You know what though? No one gave them shit for that at all.
No,
I did. The only people that did is Crap came right out, and I saw him do it live.
Yep, I went live, man.
We're doing it live.
We did it live.
I went off on him, man. It was like 11:30 or something, and I was like, man, that was the worst fucking thing. That was like the worst damn thing I'd ever seen in my life. That was a terrible show. And just looking back at it now, it was awful.
What was worse, though, Crap? Was that show worse, or was it the Lawbreakers beta that was worse?
Damn. That's fire. Pew, pew, pew.
Damn, man. At the end of the day, man, that dude still has a... Hey, did you see that, who was that? Flip Bayless said that he shook Ryan McCaffrey's hand and it was like touching a jellyfish, all clammy and soft.
Oh shit!
He said he's really a shit.
I gotta fucking go again. That's not true, man. I've seen a few times. That's not fucking true. Come on.
Oh, come on, man. Hey, did you shake his hand? Maybe.
Yes, shake his hand. Clammy. Maybe my hands were fucking clammy. I don't know. Hey, man, it was hot as fucking E3. Sweet ass body.
So great. Listen, so let's talk about something else that's clammy. That's usually Michael Pachter's predicaments and predictions. Yeah, he's just.
Well, he's been like about 100 right now.
What a mess. I don't know.
He's wrong.
He's way below the
90% of the time.
Hey, he said that Blockbuster would beat Netflix, so he's got that going for him.
Yeah. Crap. What was it? What was the big headline with Pachter? I've got a couple of his smaller ones, but he made a prediction this past week, and it was not accurate at all.
Let me see which one.
Oh, it was the one with the games. I apologize. He said that the PS4, and I know you kind of agreed with it in certain aspect on Xbox Nation. He said that the PS4 games lineup is actually better.
He said the announced lineup.
The announced lineup
is better. And the reason why I agreed with that is because, the reason why I agreed with that was because Sony showed shit for years out, right? So they've already shown their complete deck, all their cards. Microsoft has shown everything only up till next E3. So there's a bit of a huge difference right there as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean?
Right. But I mean, the thing about it is that if Microsoft hasn't shown their games, why is this guy making? You gave a good example. You were kind of in a Twitter discussion with someone, and you're going back and forth.
Discussion.
Yeah, you're like that. I'm trying to be politically correct. And you're in a discussion with this person. You said basically, just because he states facts one time off of an analytical sheet, that doesn't mean that the next day when he just says, the sky is purple, you can't bash him for being wrong. He makes comments that are a little bit out of his league. Listen, we're opinionated on this show, folks. Okay. This is purely for entertainment. Crap says it all the time. These podcasts are for your entertainment. It's fun. It's our perspective on what's going on in the gaming world.
But we love games and we like talking about them.
Yes, but this guy here gets on and he starts making his predictions.
I met Michael Pachter a couple times.
Is he a great guy too? Not clammy?
He was cool. He was cordial. You know what I mean? I would like. It's not like we sat at the bar and had fucking knocked a few back. But my question would be if I see him again, it's like, well, how many fucking games do you play? For being this expert, like, what do you play?
Well, you ever notice when he's being interviewed, he always has stacks of games behind him that are unopened. So I don't think much.
Yeah, that's actually very true. That's very true. I mean, this guy, listen, he's actually stated the hours. I used to watch him when he did his whole pack attack thing. There was a time where he was really interesting to listen to. And then somehow, some way, he started doing sake bomb shots with fucking what's his name there? Keeley. And they're just up Sony's ass. They're no
Sean Layden.
Yeah. I liked to watch Jeff Keighley and I like to watch Pachter. And now they're the farthest thing. I'd rather listen to Mark Cerny fucking sings the greatest hits of the Beatles.
Oh no!
Oh
God!
Yeah, can you imagine that?
Oh man,
that's just an awful, awful thought. But the point of the matter is that I just think that Pachter's got to stop, and what we need to do more than anything. And I'm guilty because I brought him up today, but I had to bring him up because I'm not going to bring him up again unless it's something absolutely insane. I'm not going to bring him up anymore. We've got to stop bringing up Michael. Michael Pachter came out and he gave his prediction, and he started talking about 240 frames per second. And I understand he was just using that in reference, so I'm not holding that against him. But he actually said that he thinks that it's possible that the PS5 comes out. Did he say 2018 or 2019?
2019.
Yeah, it's not coming out in 2019.
There's no way.
No way. No way in hell. 2020 is when the PS5 is coming out. And I think the Xbox, if you will, the Xbox 2, or whatever you want to call it, will be 2021. And that's just the way it's going to be, folks. And Microsoft did the best thing in the world. If you're a Star Wars fan, you'll like this analogy. Do you remember when you had Obi-Wan fighting fucking Anakin when he, in 3, and he's like, "Don't do it." He's like, "Don't do it, Anakin. I have the high ground. Don't do it.
You underestimate my power."
It's so Sony. Right? This is so Sony. You underestimate my power.
You
and then he just took his
underestimate
legs out.
my power.
And then he gets his legs cut off.
He gets his legs cut off.
His other arm.
Exactly. And so what Microsoft is in a position to do right now is let Sony come out with the PS5 in 2020, or even if they do surprise attack and come out in 2019. It's like there's no surprise.
Microsoft don't need the surprise attack. That's the funny thing. Like, people flip out about this. Sony, I don't think, is sweating to get to teraflop differential, especially when they got the media in one pocket and places like NeoGAF and M4G
in the other pocket. Yeah,
exactly. So they're not sweating it. And the PS4 Pro, which came out in 2016, is the halfway point.
Yes,
for them. So the other half would be 2020.
But with Crap's point very much in check, okay, that's very true. My point with the whole Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan thing was that
you underestimate my
power. And yes. Obi-Wan is definitely Microsoft. Like, no, but I have the high ground. What I mean by that is we are going to launch a year after you, and we're going to take your legs out. So whatever you want to do, we're going to trump you, even if it's by a little bit. It doesn't matter at this point. All I need my console to do for the next 3 years is beat you by a little bit. You know what I mean? Because the PS4 Pro does just a little bit more. Yeah. And it's I really where's Jay Williams when I need a T-shirt made? Jay,
he's busy drinking beer.
Beer, yeah.
12 beer, folks.
With the Canadians leaving the S off.
I don't know.
I don't think they're that far removed from America to take the S off. I'm going to retract that. I don't think so. I'm going to see if I can get him to work in that S back.
I got 12 beer, eh?
Yeah, he just I'd love to record right now, but I've got about 8 beer in me.
He was in a conundrum this morning because he's like, I have a secondary Xbox and no internet, and this is my secondary account, so I can't play any of my games.
Yeah. You see how I saved his life? I didn't even get a thank you.
Yeah.
I said, well, use your hotspot on your phone. He's like, later on, he's like, hey, you know what I'll do? I use my hotspot on my phone. I'm like, what is this, like an 80s comedy? What the fuck just happened? Anyways, let's talk about Crackdown 3, folks. Crackdown 3 is getting rave reviews from people that just love Crackdown 1 and 2, and then the media is doing what they do best.
Dude, you know what's funny? I go to M4G. I don't actually have an account there anymore because I got banned, but I go there and I look at the hot stories or whatever. 2 of the hot stories were, I'm really worried about Crackdown 3, and then one of them was, is Cuphead being an exclusive a good thing? Is it really a good thing? It's like, how the hell are you gonna do that? You know what I mean? Like, fuck. Look, Crackdown 3. Yeah, Crackdown 3 looks great. Cuphead how do you complain about one third-party game being exclusive that Microsoft helped fund and advertise, but then you don't say shit about other games like that? You know what I mean? Like that's the shit that really
I don't understand. I'm
pisses me
baffled.
off.
But that's the whole point, though. I mean, now let me ask the staff here, the panel. Fox, are you a Crackdown 3 buyer day one?
Yes, day one, definitely.
Have you played 1 or 2?
Yes, I played a little bit of 1 and some of 2, which people tell me is like, oh, that's 1 is better.
Right, people say that, but what do you think?
Yeah. No, I like the way it looks better, but I think this one.
I'm with Fox. Fox, me and you have the exact same story. I played a very little bit of 1, and I played a smidgen of 2. I didn't really play a whole lot more of 2. Right. Can somebody please explain to me? I actually am very excited about Crackdown because I love this big, wide open, destructive environment. What is Crackdown about?
Well, I mean, it's you're a cyborg cop, and the city is packed with drug dealers and gun runners and skills for kills. The more you kill, the better you skill up.
And then you got to climb over a bunch of buildings and jump shit, just to get those orbs, and that shit gets addicting.
And what's crazy is I beat the balls off 1 and 2, and in fact, in 1 found every orb.
Oh wow!
Okay, so Boom, you're the guy to talk to. So Boom, tell me this: are you excited for 3?
Absolutely. Every video I've seen, it looks 100 times better than 1 and 2. It looks fantastic. They added a 4-player multiplayer, which is supposedly going to be where it's at for the destruction. I'm a day 1 buyer on this.
Well, I'm a day 1 buyer because I want to see what this thing's going to do on a new console. But at the same
here's the thing too, right? Like I recorded Crackdown, I think 1 and 2 recently because I reviewed them both and did the third review. And those games still look good because it's really good. Like the cell shading, that's like cell shaded games. They don't really go out of style. Like they don't really look bad. They hold up incredibly well. Even a game like
Borderlands.
Borderlands still looks good. Jet Grind Radio and the Dreamcast, that still looks good because it's if you go back and you look at Zelda Wind Waker from the GameCube.
Yep.
Yeah, it's because cell shaded stuff still looks good. So that's I think the problem people are having. They're like, people
don't understand.
How dare Crackdown look like Crackdown?
I was just gonna say the same shit. Never mind.
Yeah, Crackdown looks like Crackdown. Who'd have fucking thunk that, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, you got those people in the media. They're like, oh, well, what is Crackdown? Nobody played that. Where's Halo? Where's Gears? But then when we do have those games, then they complain about where's the other games. So they're never going to really be happy. Just let the game come out and show us what it's going to be.
And Fox, you just completely laid out the reason that Mooch and Crap even exists is this bias bullshit that's out there. Because when Halo comes out, there's too many Halos. When Uncharted comes out, there's not enough Uncharted. Right? And then the minute the Crackdown 3 comes out, they're like, why? This is trash. Where's Halo 6?
They're like, where is it? What is that?
Yeah. Okay, now you know what? And then let me ask you guys a question because this has been on my mind. Sure. Because the bad press and publicity and shit, do you think it'll be less than $60?
No, I don't think so at all. I think that if it comes out of the budget title, you're already waving the white flag.
Yeah, it's got $60 written all over it.
I think that Sea of Thieves will be less than 60.
I don't know about that either.
I don't know. They put a lot of money into that game.
Crap! Microsoft just bought a small island off the UK for Rare. I mean, do you see them every day? They're all standing there in fucking all kinds of different.
I don't know. I just think that it's going to be a
stuffed animals. They're dressed up in. They're like, come on for Rare.
Here's the thing with that game. A lot of people thought that was going to be a free-to-play game.
Right.
A lot of people thought that they're going to make a lot of money off packs and things like that because that's what that game's all about, right?
What's scary is as much as we've seen of it, I still don't know what kind of a game it is.
It's a share world multiplayer experience.
Yeah, if you play Destiny, I can get behind that.
Said it better than himself.
Southie, you were there. You played them. What's your take on Sea of Thieves?
Sea of Thieves is fun. It's damn fun.
Here we go. Stop patented that word no more than 2 weeks ago. Listen,
no. It's exciting. How about that?
It's an online.
No, because literally, you can if you want to. I mean, it'd be kind of hard. But you can you know, pilot a ship by yourself. You know what I mean? It takes, you'll get killed real quick and sunk. Right. But
lonely, no thanks.
Yeah, but
it's an online adventure. You need your friends and everything to do all the quests. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I hope
you pull out your map and you know, come on guys, let's go get this treasure over here. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, the thing about it is this. I've said this a million times. I'm going to say it one more time. I think that we are in an era of streaming. Streaming is huge right now. It's bigger than podcasting. It's almost bigger than gaming. And what I mean by that is people that are like, I like single player games. That group is becoming such a minority. It's becoming smaller and smaller as the days go on. And Sea of Thieves is going to be miraculously brought to the cream of the crop, to the top, because it's a streaming dream. Exactly. It's seeing is believing with streaming. And that's the thing with it. You're going to see this game. You're going to see people having a good time. You're going to be like, you know what I need to do? I need to have a good time. I need to have a good time like these people. And like that's the whole thing that's going to make this game work. It's what's actually given Friday the 13th legs. It's what's given a lot of games some legs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that their like, you know, quote unquote raid system is gonna be like treasure hunts.
Right.
Oh yeah, maybe battling krakens instead of
exactly. Yeah, you know what I mean.
There is a kraken. What's cool is they keep adding. And there's sharks and you know what I mean. Like they're adding more stuff all the time, and I'm like that to me. Again, whenever I've played the alpha of this, I get the most messages from my friends that are like, "Holy crap! How can I play that? When's that come out? I didn't know it came out." You know what I mean? Like everybody's looking forward to this game. Again, a lot of my friends are multiplayer skewing people, but I still think that says a lot for the game. Like people are excited for it. And it's a game that people are going to have fun with. Again, I know you hate that word, but yeah, like if you have fun with the Division or Destiny, I think this is right up your alley.
Yep.
Well, no one wants a win for Rare and Microsoft more than me. They need a win on this game.
Yeah, they do. They really need to put.
And the guys that are making the game are all fucking darlings. I don't care. You know, I know.
Gamer Boss is great. I know. I agree 100%.
Hey, Craig Duncan. Hey, man, every time he sees me, like gives me a fucking hug. You know what I mean? Like
that's that European thing.
They
hug first.
The dude's fucking amazing. Like I can't say enough nice things. Yeah, I can't say enough nice things.
We get a win out of Rare on this one.
The guy sent me a fucking Christmas card.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So
there you go. So there you go. Sounds like, you know why you should buy this shit? He gives me the best Christmas card, better than all my family members. Now go buy it.
Yeah, no shit. I got fucking friends I've known for 30 years. Did you ever ask me for my address for a fucking Christmas card? Fuck no. I get one from fucking England.
I gotta give Mike Ibarra is one of the vice presidents of Xbox, right? He's been promoted recently. He should have been promoted to vice president of sales because he's got me so excited about this Players Underground game.
Oh my God, yes.
I am so ready for this game to come to the Xbox One. It's just ridiculous. I would
throw them twice the money.
Yeah. I can't believe that I actually want to get a preview game. I just can't believe it. I didn't think I would ever get a preview game, and I'm going to buy that game.
Yeah, PUBG. That's another game.
Yes.
I think that has the potential to be like the Xbox's soccer cars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even more so. Way more than that.
And I hope that I don't want to sound like an Xbox apologist as I've been called on Twitter, but I think that getting PUBG was the biggest announcement next to the system at E3 for them.
I have to say that I recently watched the Xbox show again. I watched it in 4K. I watched it in 4K on Mixer. And I do want to say this much, or it was on YouTube, I think. YouTube or Mixer, one of the other. I've watched them both. But I will say that PUBG is definitely, by far, the biggest acquisition. That was a huge get. That was a huge
as soon as they announced that, and and I'm sitting in the audience and I'm watching it, you know what I mean, and the whole cinematics going on, I looked over at Inferno and I said, well, no wonder why we ain't getting Lawbreakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, they'll eventually get Lawbreakers, probably.
Lawbreakers because no one on the PlayStation is going to buy it.
After that bitch ass Cliffy B, man.
Yeah, let me tell you. I'll tell you something on the fans. Southie, I know you know him, but next time you see him,
hey, fucking crap wants to trigger me so bad. I fucking, he's just like, come on, I'm digging.
Listen,
but fucking Cliff, man.
I understand that, but check this out, man. He dogs the people that put him where he's at. Yeah. Right, like then he's like, well, I got to go where there's more people. He basically sold out because he thought there's an opportunity for more people to buy his game on PlayStation, without realizing that multiplayer games, regardless, sell better on the Xbox One.
The Hall of Shame of this generation goes to Vince Zampella and Cliffy B.
Look at that, right? Like Vince Zampella was wearing his PS4 bus shirt, right?
Yeah,
we got to get that game on PS4. We're not burning bridges. Let's invite PS4 gamers out.
Actually, they interviewed Vince, and they were like, "Vince, you're exclusively going to be on Xbox One." He's like, "What do you mean? I didn't even know that. Who gave me $25 million unexpectedly?" What? I mean, get the fuck out of here, Vince. And you know what, Cliffy B? Look, I don't care about the allegiance. I don't really blame him actually for going to PS4.
No, I
don't blame him at all. My beef with him with this is that he actually was like
Xbox
XO, whatever you guys call that shit. What? Get the fuck out of here, man.
Hey, he did give us a good name for a podcast.
Yeah, thank you. You give us a great PM podcast name. Thank you. Yeah. But
you can't shit on your fan base and expect, because remember, a lot of 360 people went over to the PS4.
Right.
Remember, they put him on the map with the Gears 1, 2, 3. You know, he was a nobody until then.
My whole thing with this is this. I just
but he went on to a tournament. Jack Jazz Rabbit.
Who gives a shit about Jack Jazz Rabbit or whatever the hell it is?
What is that?
That was his first game, like like platformer or whatever.
Exactly.
He was like a teenager who made it.
Well, there was a couple people that are hardcore PlayStation guys that are actually they're good guys, and they're on my Twitter feed. And they're good folks, and they're like Mooch. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just played Lawbreakers. First of all, they're like, the game is not good, and they're like, number two, not that it's not good, it's just lacking a lot. It's Overwatch 1/2, and it's not only that, but he's
pick up Overwatch for $30.
Yeah, go pick up Overwatch, man. Overwatch kills Lawbreakers.
I'll give you that.
It's just not good. And
Overwatch.
The problem with it is that Cliffy B, first of all, I'm going to sound. Let me be generic for a minute. Put yourself out there everywhere, right? If you're a developer, why wouldn't you want to be on every system? Kumbaya, my lord. No, nobody wants to sing. Okay, cool. So it's like I don't understand why everybody. Come on, Mooch.
They already got Xbox One X dev kits. Because they were talking about it.
Absolutely.
So it's obviously going to be something they're going to be put on there. But the problem is when you already pissed off people like that Jonathan Blow guy. Like that guy can eat a dick for all I care, because me and him got into it on Twitter when the Xbox One X Xbox One was announced, and he was going off. He's like, Microsoft lied. They tried to ruin my life.
That's not one of my friends, so go ahead and talk shit about him.
Yeah, exactly. So they're like, hey, fuck, what's his name that created that Drawn to Death game too? I know you're his boy too.
Me and Jaffe at it.
David Scott Jaffe.
I'm about to throw my headset and just.
No, but seriously, Jonathan Blow, like me and him got into it on Twitter, and it actually made some stories because right after the Xbox One was announced, he went in on him saying how Microsoft threatened him and threatened to ruin his life, and how they're full of shit when it comes to their servers, and he didn't believe in cloud processing, and he said that was fake and all this shit. And then he comes out with that shitty game of his. I could have fucking probably got a copy for free if I really wanted to, but I was like, fuck that, man. If I could get a copy to wipe my ass with and then send it back to him, I would, because that guy's a dildo. And I don't like him, so fuck that guy. Like same thing with Cliffy B shit. Like I get it. He likes to stir shit up. I can relate to that a little bit.
Yeah, you do the same shit.
I can relate to that a little bit. But the fact is, you don't shit on your fan base. I'm not gonna sit there and call my fans a bunch of fucking assholes and make fun of them. And you know what I mean? Like
that's crappy. Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, exactly. Like to me, that's like something you don't do.
Yeah, how many screwdrivers have you had?
Oh my god! Expose. Everybody in the chat knows now.
No, crap. Gamer there's not really much of a.
He's
drinker,
only a
folks.
teddy bear sometimes, guys.
Yes. Yeah. Like
he's like, I'm the screwdriver rhino.
But yeah, so you just don't fuck over your fans, And as far as I'm concerned, he did that a little bit too much, and I can understand why some of the Xbox fans are a little bit miffed off at him. His wife is not as fuck though. I will say that.
There you go. There's always a silver lining. Listen, the thing about
and that's when the alcohol comes in.
Right? Crap right now has like disco music and all kinds of lights and strobes going. Right now. Listen, I'll be honest with you guys.
You got black on an incense.
Southie, you say it all the time though. You're like you used to say it to me back a long time ago. You're like, Mooch, you gotta understand this, you gotta understand that. And I'm like, okay, South made some solid points when he's like, Mooch, you have to look at the whole industry and blah blah blah. But South, here's my question, and it's not really to you. I'm talking to you because you know these guys. Don't these guys that have an investment, don't they have a responsibility way more than Mooch and Crap to actually say, maybe I shouldn't say, whatever they're calling that box, Xbox, XO, my mom, your mom. Like, what the fuck? Who says shit like that that's in business? Like,
because they're supposed to fucking be bigger than life. It's all fucking show.
But they're not. He's not George Clooney.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. But they're supposed to be. So you meet these guys and, just like, for instance, Hip Hop Gamer. You think he'd be one of the baddest motherfuckers in Brooklyn or wherever the fuck he's from, right?
He's a nice guy, right?
Dude, he was like, "What's up, brother? How you doing?" Oh, man, gave me a hug and a dap and everything else. And I'm like, I thought I was out to fight this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Cliffy B. Yeah, but you know what? Hip Hop Gamer is actually nice and awesome. Like, I've heard that from a lot of people. Guess what I have also heard? Cliffy B will throw an elbow at your head. Like, he's not nice.
I don't know. Every time I've talked,
I don't know, but he definitely comes off as arrogant.
No, he is, but he's a gamer guy, so
Well, hear me out though, South. I mean, here's the thing. I got to give you the same line I give Crap, right? Whenever we talk about games, Crap's like, "Well, I bought that. I bought that. And I bought that one too." I'm like, Crap, your vote doesn't count anymore because you buy everything. See, South, when you go to these events, like you're sitting there at an Xbox event. And you're like, this guy was really nice for me. You're like, where do you work for? Xbox. Well, no shit, he's nice to you. Like, you have to be nice. There's people that work with all of us. They work with all of us every day. And when you go to, like, someone walks in that's strange and they're like, hey, Southbound, what's the deal with this guy over here that you work with? He's great. This guy's awesome, man. He's the best guy I've ever worked for. The minute that stranger leaves, you're like, this guy's a prick. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I know. No. It's funny because you really do try to pay attention to that and try to look for the. Not everybody's perfect. Not everybody's perfect at all. And there's a lot of fucking assholes at Microsoft. You know what I mean? You could quote me on that.
But all the people that are at these shows that you all go to, they have to
schmooze.
They're
networking.
But you know what? You know the difference between a schmoozer and the person that's generally a good person by the extra mile they go. But someone said, "Hey, how's it going? Oh, you want to take a picture? Sure. Oh, yeah, okay. All right." And you're like Major Nelson. Not saying he's an asshole or he's a douchebag, but he's one person where you'll get his attention for a minute, maybe two, and boom, he's gone. So he's a schmoozer.
That's a great point.
Not saying he's a bad guy, but you see a different person and they're like sit there and obviously it's a little bit different because Phil's my friend, but sitting there at FanFest, I'm fucking hanging out with Phil for 45 minutes. He's not giving me an interview. Right. You know what I mean? We're hanging out
with Phil though. He seems very genuine. When he talks like how we're talking about passionately about the gaming that we love. That's how he talks to the fans. The guy's on Twitter all the time.
Right. Well, Chris Charlie, he's another one. You know what I mean? Where you just tell it's not just schmoozing. He's not just a really good dude. Yes.
I agree.
I mean, come on. We know, everybody knows, a bullshitter when they see one. They know somebody that knows just they're making a paycheck.
So now using your analogy and your scale you just created, which we all agree with you, I 100% agree with you. Cliffy B is more in the Major Nelson category.
Definitely.
Then there you go. So right? And that's what I'm saying. Everybody, good night. Thank you.
He's like, got the mic.
Drop the mic. No, but it's something that's not, like I said, all you're doing is telling the truth. And that's what it is. And that's the thing. But the way I look at it is if I was the original creator of Gears, and I know that home, like the Xbox community definitely welcomes Mooch, right? They always take care of me. They're always very welcoming.
Yeah, no shit. Come on, fight with me over you, goddammit.
Hey, you're the president.
Design shoes, motherfucker. What
exactly.
You don't have that game. You don't have that fucking game with Shovel Knight, Mooch. Here's a code for you, bro.
Listen, wait, we'll get into mooching later. But listen, my whole thing is this: like, but if I then get invited to, let's just say I got invited to we do a mooching crap, and we're interviewing some PS4. I'm not going to go to a PS4 event and be like, "What do you mean? I don't like the color green." Let's talk about what? No. Like, that's not the way shit rolls. And the fact that he comes out and makes a comment like that, and this is the same shit with Vince. And then you guys are like, well, it's the podcast that hurt Titanfall 2. No, it's Titanfall 2 that hurt Titanfall 2. It's those people. We didn't do anything. All we did was say, this is what you did. And then people were like, holy shit, that is what they did. I'm not buying that. Like, it's just these people do things to themselves, and then the minute something goes astray, they're like, who can I blame? Well, I can't blame the media. They're up Sony's ass. Is Jeff Keighley around? No, he's up Sony's ass. Wait, mooch and crap. Okay, so it's like, all right, it's immediately to blame people for their own errors. And he made a big blunder. He should have definitely went on all systems. He should be on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. And when it comes to like, hey, do you think it should be on Xbox One X? He should have been like, you bet your ass it should be on Xbox One X.
Dude, it takes literally 2 hours to
absolutely.
But also the first thing he said was, you know, he has a small team. He couldn't be on all. I'm sure Sony not only gave him money, but they helped develop their version to their port for the the game. I don't think Xbox was willing to go that far. So maybe there's some sour grapes there. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's possible. But here's the thing, South. I get it if you have a small team, but you don't say it's coming out on PS4 and then shit on the Xbox by going XOXO.
Yeah,
you know,
I didn't think he really shit on it, and maybe call me apologist or kiss ass.
No,
whatever.
that's okay.
But no. I think that he was tongue in cheek saying that he loves the Xbox people, but he was like, "I love you guys, XOXO." That's how I took it.
That's not
no, because what he said was, he goes, "Yeah, we might do one for the Xbox One XOXO or whatever they're calling it." You know what I mean? Like he didn't like the
whatever
name.
we're calling it. You know, whatever.
I'm sure he has a dev kit, so he knows exactly what it's called. So it's again, maybe he is being tongue in cheek. But
why the hustle?
I heard Phil told him he must smoke crack if he thought they were going to pay as much as he wanted to bring that game to that.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, and that's funny because him and Phil are actually pretty good friends. So
I know. But obviously Phil didn't think enough of that game, which you would think that a game like that would be perfect for Xbox, seeing as that Phil pushes the game to the
shooter
service.
box, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a game to the service that's depending on an online connection. It's obviously going to do microtransactions.
And Cliff still plays a lot of Xbox. I see his gamer tag all the time. So
what's the funny part is that people didn't expect, but like when I first saw that game, I was like, that's interesting. I want to try that. They said it was going to be on PC, and I was like,
You did a video about it, I remember.
I was like, I'll wait. And then I even asked them if they're going to put it on Xbox. They said, we'll see. We're going to do PC first, and then later on we'll try to do console or something. So I was like, okay, cool. And now they're on PlayStation, and guess what? So far from what I've seen of that game, I can still wait. I'm not even like excited for it. I'm like, yeah, I'll wait. You figure it out.
And that's the way I feel. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not a huge Overwatch fan. I think it's a very casual game. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me.
I hated it. Yeah.
I just don't care for it. And Lawbreakers looks like half of Overwatch. So I'm like, well, I'm definitely not interested in that game. And I watched people playing it. It was on Twitch. They had people streaming it when it was the beta weekend or the beta week, whatever they had. And I watched it and I was like, this game it's terrible. And congratulations. It is what it is. I'm sure he didn't lose his hat on it. I'm sure he did a Kickstarter and somebody else paid for him to lose money. And, that's the new era, by the way, folks. It's no more where you actually go out and earn your money yourself and use your own hard work and hard-earned money to put towards your product. Now what you do is you start a Kickstarter, which is another word for mooching. Okay, you think you're going to tell me what mooching is? I know what mooching is, folks, okay? Kickstarter is mooching. That's like, hi, here's what I want to build. Give me the money and I'll make it, and you can play it if I finish it. What the fuck is that?
I might be some of the problem because I supported Friday the 13th from the beginning. As a matter of fact, I did the $50 one so I can give my brother the code.
What did you get for your $50 contribution?
Two codes for the game, one for me and one for my brother.
Okay, let me tell you something. That's actually something. There's a lot of people that do Kickstarter, and you know what they get? A fucking signed doily by the producer.
A dick in the mouth. That's what they get. Yeah.
Oh, exactly. Wow, crappy. Oh,
yeah, crap. Okay. Yeah, craps. That's actually not even the vodka speaking.
That's the orange juice.
That's the orange. That was the orange. The sugar spiked. But yeah, no, listen, we're approaching the 2-hour mark, but I do want to do this is an interesting subject, so I want the audience to hang around for this. There was something that I noticed a few of the larger folks that I really enjoy on YouTube doing. And I stopped and usually when I saw this last year, when the fall has a lineup of great games, this fall's lineup is very big, but we know what's coming out. So you guys already know. Like, we already know what Call of Duty is. We already know what Battlefront is. Okay, yeah, it's going to be better, but it's Battlefront. I wanted to do something in the mid-year game predictions for Game of the Year. I wanted to go down the panel and not just say a name, but explain why. What would you say that is your Game of the Year this year so far? And it can include even a fall game. If you think Crackdown 3 or you think Call of Duty is your Game of the Year.
Mooch, can I take this one first?
Take it, boom.
All right, listen, right out of the gate, without even thinking twice, Resident Evil 7.
Very good choice, by the way.
I played it. Listen, I play games on all systems.
Yeah.
I beat it 5 times, twice on the PS4, 3 times on the XboxOne, and I didn't try it in VR because I didn't want to throw up.
Right.
Oh, you don't throw up in that, man. It just scares the shit out of you.
Yeah, I mean, I have a PSVR. I didn't want to bother.
He's like, you have a heart attack, but it's fine.
I gotta tell you, if you ask me, lifetime greatest game in my history, if my top number 1 for me is Resident Evil 2. I'm a big Resident Evil fan, have always been.
Yes,
I had a lot of reserves for going first person, and I gotta tell you, Capcom knocked it out of the park.
Dude, let me tell you something. I'm not gonna say my pick yet, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you are really high on the Mooch list right there. That is one of the games, and the reason, one of the reasons I liked it so much, Fox, let me explain. Absolutely, is because it was a game that I didn't expect to even care for because it went first person. And let me tell you something, it was one of the best games. If you have not played it, and crap, I still give you shit for this.
Well, I'm waiting for the 1X version, like, because it's going to be a 4K.
Well, you're going to be too busy 15 prestiging then. Listen, I got news for you. All right? I'm a little concerned.
Come on, Crappy. I played it. I played it a little bit.
Yeah, this game doesn't necessarily... Let me tell you something. I played it 1-0. I beat it on hard, and then I played it again. I got about halfway through, and I was like, all right, I got to stop. Just because there was other stuff to play. But my point is this. Crap, that game is going to look glorious in 4K. Everything looks glorious in 4K. But you don't need to wait for that. That game, it's amazing. It's not the graphics.
I know, but I already got enough. I already got enough games. I got to put it down on the crap gamer mode and
play it during the day. Well, that's true. That is true. That's fine. I do recommend you play it while the sun's out. There is some fucking scary shit going on in that game.
Yeah, I played it on crap gamer mode.
I know. That's what I'm gonna have to do.
So, Fox, did you play it?
Yeah, I played a little bit of it. I didn't finish it, but I played a little bit of it.
Did a stream one time, and it was
I got like 3 or 4 videos about it.
Dude,
yeah, she's like, yeah.
I was freaking out, talking shit back to the game while I'm playing.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not going in there.
I am going to say this, and I want to just grab Crap's attention. I know, you talk about PSVR, and I listen. I have it, and there's a couple games I really love, but I got to tell you, you have to play the kitchen demo of Resident Evil 7. It'll scare.
I played it in the VR mode. I played a little bit of that. Like,
it's great.
It's on the disc.
Yes.
Yeah, he was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, I was like,
"Whoa!" I love that. By the way, we need to do some new voiceovers with J-Dubs when he gets back. I love that. But no, great pick, and I'm right there with you, Southie. I really want to hear yours. What's your game this year? And it can be a fall game, even though you're anticipating.
You know what? Honestly, I don't have nothing to pick right now. I'm still out, debating.
One that really kind of you're not going to be held to it because it's only July.
No, I know, but I mean, there's like 3 or 4 that I'm, you know what I mean? Like I'm looking forward to obviously Destiny 2.
Yes.
What's it called? Fuck, what else is coming out? We
Call of Duty World War II.
Yeah, Crackdown. I'm looking for Crackdown. I mean, basically off the top of my head, those 2 right there.
Yeah.
But I'll play Call of Duty. You know what I mean? I already got them pre-ordered. Agents of Mayhem. I got that pre-ordered. There's so many that I want to play that I'd rather play them before I say that's it.
Right, and that's understandable. But a lot of people were doing this, and I said to myself, you know what? Call of Duty, Battlefront, and then there's Crackdown, which, I mean, even though Crackdown 3 is going to be a showpiece because it's on a new system, and with the cloud computing, all that other stuff, that's great. We know what it is. I'm like, we've seen the new games that you're like, holy shit, new IP. There's no real new IP coming out this fall that I'm aware of. So like it's all
there's
about,
like Cuphead and stuff, some of the smaller stuff.
Yeah, but nobody's picking Cuphead for Game of the Year except for Phil and Rand. So I mean, you know what I mean?
Nice.
Like those are the only two guys that like pick. Like they picked.
I bet you they won't though.
No, they're not. But I'm saying they picked Inside. Like I loved Inside, but Inside was so fun. Like if I would never, I would pick Inside. Yeah, I wouldn't pick that at all.
Inside was a great game, but I wouldn't. It wouldn't have been my game of the year.
Not game of the year. Yeah.
No.
So I mean, crap saying Cuphead.
It was done well, but it was just too fucking like. It took itself way too serious to me. You know what I mean? And the ending was so convoluted and shit. I was just like,
oh, guess what?
I hope I don't get shit for this next pick. But real quick, guys, I'm actually excited and because I saw it running in 4K, Lucky's Tale. I mean, I grew up on platforms.
It was fun. You know, it's fun. I played it.
I'm actually really looking forward to that.
Hey, a lot of people are looking forward to that.
Yeah. Yes.
That's nothing to be ashamed of. I think
that's going to be a big hit.
If people can be excited,
it's Ori feeling. You know what I mean?
If people can be excited about Crash Bandicoot and that weird shit,
and it's a $40 title,
$30 title.
Oh, it's $30. Okay.
Yeah. So if people can be excited about like those indies and stuff like that on PS4, I think it's perfectly normal to be excited about a brand new game on the Xbox One.
Well, listen, I haven't stopped ever since Ratchet and Clank hit $10. I haven't stopped hearing about how great it is.
Man, what a great game Ratchet!
It is. I gotta say, you know, we're Xbox guys, but that is really like the creme de la creme of the PlayStation lineup. Ratchet and Clank looks like
it's not a good or bad thing. That was a $40 budget title. I mean, remaking the first game.
Yeah, I mean, I own it. I own it. I bought it for $10, brand new physical, and I played it for like 10 minutes. I really haven't played much of it. For me,
there's some glitches and stuff in that game. I had the same problem as Hellhammer. There was a few, but not like too many.
Right.
He hit way more than I did, but yeah, really good game. Fun game as well.
So South of Europe staining, or are you gonna?
You know what? Like if you like give me a couple more months, I'd say Anthem is what I'm looking most forward to.
That's next year though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so I mean that's what I'm most excited for.
Well, me too. I'm right there with you because I think that's destiny.
Oh, yeah, okay. You know. All right. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I'll say Assassin's Creed.
Okay, that's fair.
That's a good one too. Yeah,
it looks amazing.
It's completely legit, and I'll tell you right now. I was not sure if I was going to buy it, and now I'm because I just don't play Assassin's Creed. I mean, everyone's got one game they don't get into.
You should have got the fucking Ezio collection, dude. I told you.
I'm
You're
not
Italian asshole.
Yeah, that's really good.
You're Italian asshole. Loved it.
I'm not gonna listen.
You love that shit.
Italian ass.
Yeah.
Right, Italian ass. I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna bash AC. I've never played any of them, and I never really got into them. Like I don't see it being my thing.
This Ezio collection is great.
Yeah.
And it was $25 too.
It was. That's why I bought it. I told Mooch, I was like, get it, dude. You're Italian. I'm Italian. The guy's fucking Italian. He's like,
I wouldn't mind the Italian.
You can't get more any fucking Italian in that game unless it was a Godfather game. I'm telling you.
Exactly. It's the most Italian fucking game ever.
Differenze. You know what I mean? You're
I guess
I'm looking for some fucking vino and a goddamn bruschetta. You know what I mean?
It's got after that, you want a chicken parm.
By the way,
it's got Leonardo da Vinci in there, man.
Walking around telling, but it calls all the ladies Bella Bambinas and shit. Like,
I gotta be honest with you. What Southbound just said is what I dream every Sunday afternoon has to be vino and bruschetta. It's amazing. So thank you for bringing that up.
You know, like this holiday is going to be like a lot of people are just going to spend a ton of money, man. You know, like for me in particular as well. It's like, thank God, man. Bless Sony for not coming out with shit again for a holiday. You guys are the real champs.
You're true MVP.
You are, you know. Thank you, Sony, for doing that. But yeah, it's like, look, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, Battlefront 2, Super Lucky's Tale, Forza Motorsport 7, Crackdown 3, those are fucking so many goddamn games to get. Agents of Mayhem, like Sal said, that looks, you know, that looks a lot like a spinoff kind of Saints Row 4, that crazy shit.
Saints Row 4 was amazing.
Yeah, I love Saints Row. I loved it so much that I bought it on.
3 was better. 3 was better, but 3 was funnier. But
I never played 3. I have it digitally. I'm hoping
it was so fucking funny. Yeah. It was so fucking funny. They had a character in there, and he talked in what's it called? What did T-Pain do? The voice shit.
Yeah,
the
voiceover.
Yeah, when he talks like a robot.
Yeah, and that's how he talked in the game.
Auto-tune.
Auto-tune.
Yeah.
It was so fucking funny. Everything he said. Hey, they fucking kidnapped him, right? And they made him he was like a sex slave and shit. And when you find him, he has like a fucking saddle on his back, and they ride him like a pony. And he was like, "Fuck this, I'm out of here." And dude, I was fucking dying.
Dude, I'm telling you, like part 4, it hooked me, right? Because I hadn't really played a Saints Row game since like the second one. And then part 4 hooked me right with that opening mission where you ride that missile, and then that song, the Aerosmith song comes on. That like it hooked you right at the beginning. I'm like, holy shit, you're riding.
I gotta tell you, what made me like Saints Row 4 as much as I did, because it reminded me of Crackdown 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, you know what? It reminded me of Crackdown and Prototype and Saints Row 3.
Yes.
It was like all three of them fucking just mixed into that, and I was like, "Wow, this is amazing."
I just want to point out that Mooch's ass was like, "This will probably go 1.5 hours tops today."
Wow, you lied to me and my family.
I did. Right? You know what's funny? So Fox says that there was somebody else that I had on, maybe like, God, it must have been 5 weeks ago or so, and I'm like, "Listen, dude, but maybe 1.5 hours. Maybe it went 2 hours and like 35 minutes."
Hey, fucking Clowns just dropped out. He was like, "Fuck, I'm out of here."
Well, in case anyone's wondering, like, where the fuck did Clowns go? Clowns is they're doing like a stream for charity. They're doing like it's for dementia charity. So everybody, please do support Clowns. And I don't know if it's the 4 Guys with Quarters guys. I think it is. Go and support them after this too if they need any help. Because that's for a great charity.
Yeah.
So thanks to Clowns for being here. But
and hit that like button.
I'm not done here. I want to hear Fox's. Prediction for Game of the Year.
Oh my! Can I still say Gears?
Of course.
Because I want to say Gears because I love that game so much, and that's what I've been playing the most this year, in the beginning of the year especially. There is a lot of great games coming out though. Because I'm looking forward to Crackdown, of course, and PUBG. I don't know. That could be a big giant hit.
Hey, that's true. I forgot all about that. Hey, we forgot about Shadow of War too.
Yeah, so you forget there's so many games. You know what I mean? That's why you're like, well, I don't want to say nothing because an hour from now you're like, fuck, that game too.
Right,
shit.
Right.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm with you on that, Fox. I mean, I've been
it's a lot of great games.
Gears,
in my heart, though, Gears of War 4 all day, every day. But I am looking forward to seeing more stuff that's coming out soon, and who knows, Destiny might actually win my heart over, and I might pick it up. I don't know. We'll see with this beta.
I'm hoping that same sentence comes out of Crap's mouth on September 8th.
That ain't gonna happen.
After launch.
Ain't gonna happen.
Crap, what's your Game of the Year, buddy? Mid-season, mid-year prediction.
Yeah, I don't even know. I'm gonna get everything. It's like
here we go.
Yeah,
Gears.
Well, you know what? Yeah, I am a Gears fan. I do have a tattoo. I'm getting another Gears tattoo as well here in about a week. So
yeah, I need to get a tattoo as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a sleeve on one arm. It's gonna be gaming related. Super nerdy, I know, but still, it's not gonna be weird stuff.
I've been thinking about doing that shit for so long.
Oh, that's what I'm telling you. I'm not gonna do any Mario shit, but I'm gonna do like the stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna do like the Gears and the Halo shit looked badass. So that one's gonna be sleeved up. So yeah, I'm gonna get a Gears. I think I'm gonna get the chainsaw or something. I don't know, but it's going to be pretty badass.
Posted with pictures on Twitter, buddy.
Oh, I will. Because I posted the first one, and some people were like, "Is that a rub on?" I'm like, "Fuck no, man!
Damn,
rub on, man! Get out of here!"
No.
Yeah, I'm so picky. I don't know what to get, but I want one.
I'm for all of us non-tattoo people, we'll just live through crap, folks. Okay.
Yeah, well, I have 2, but I got them 25 years ago, so they suck.
I have one.
I have multiple.
I just got a new one like 2 days ago, so I can't.
Holy shit, South, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So I'm gonna give my mid-season. My mid-season, believe it or not, everyone's given 1 or 2. My future prediction would probably be it is tough. I would probably say
we're all frauds because we didn't say Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh.
Or Zelda.
Exactly. PUBG is probably going to be my game that I'm most anticipating moving forward.
Streaming is believing.
Right.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up because I had a question for the panel. We know that it's not locked up yet.
Right.
But what if 2 million Xbox players, 3 million Xbox players jump into the preview and get this game? Yeah. Does Phil make a deal to lock this up permanently?
Nope.
There's no way. There's no fucking way.
Phil doesn't believe in doing that.
I say it's a 6 to 12 month deal.
Yeah, well, I don't even think it's a deal. The thing is, it's going to be in the preview program, and Sony doesn't have a fucking preview program, so that's why Microsoft is getting it.
Well, that's their fucking loophole. Come on.
Yeah. I mean that's just that.
See, this is the thing. I've been doing this for 3 years now. Okay, and South, what you said, it kills me because everybody says that all the time. The minute that Microsoft. This is an exclusive. I watched it yesterday. I watched the Xbox presentation. Like, an Xbox exclusive, PUBG. And then we're like, hey, is PUBG going to be exclusive? No fucking way. What? Like, why is it when Microsoft is going to be...
They don't believe you.
They're
That's
like,
what
no,
it is.
It can't be. It can't be. It can't be.
Yeah,
but then they have lawbreakers where Cliffy B's sitting, as we sit, he's actually sitting on an Xbox One X. Okay, he's actually sitting in one right now. And he's using it. And they're like, is lawbreakers ever coming to Xbox? I don't know. I don't see how it could ever come to Xbox. He clearly said he's a PS4 guy. He's going to be on PS4 forever. But like PUBG, I got to be honest with you. I'm going to go ahead and go against the grain. I'm going to be like the salmon. I'm going to swim against the current, okay? I'm going to go ahead and say to Boom.
You know they die when they fucking reach that point, right?
Yeah, they do die.
Hey, just throwing that out there. You know what I mean?
Just fucked up analogy.
Don't go away your head.
PUBG stays Xbox exclusive.
Oh.
There you go, folks. There you go. There. Take that to the bank, folks. Because you know what? Here's the thing. You've got 4 million people on PC.
Next year, there's going to be fucking YouTube videos. Yeah, fucking Mooch. He's a fucking fraud.
No, you know what? Mooch they never do that shit to Mooch. Like, Mooch goes, yeah, I bet Rise of the Tomb Raider on the PS4 will be the 360 version. And everybody quickly forgot that
port.
shit.
360 port. Oh, no, I got plenty of shit on that crap.
Well, yeah, I'm the one that gets, like, a lot of shit when stuff happens,
where's Fable at, crap?
Yeah, exactly.
Where's Fable?
Hey, you know where I win with that though, Foxy, is the fact that there was a Fable Fortunes trailer in there.
That was horrible.
And like, that was I mean, look, it is. I got the fucking name right. Who else? You know what I mean? Come on.
Where's Splinter Cell? I'm just saying.
Hey, I heard that from somebody else. I heard that from a Mr. A Million. Okay.
Don't worry, crap. I'm sending you hearts now. I'm sorry.
So great.
No, I heard Splinter Cell was coming too, but it just
exactly. See, and they keep teasing it. They keep teasing it too. It could be a Gamescom reveal.
I doubt it.
Yeah, you never know. But Ubisoft likes to fucking E3.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be next year's E3, and it'll come out next fall. But no, nonetheless, what I was going to say was I do think, and I hate to say it, but I got to agree with the Boom. I got to say that Resident Evil 7 is so far my game of the year because it was a game that I popped in and I started playing, and I was convinced. I was like, I'm just going to play a little bit of this and tell you I hate it. And then I started playing it, and I was like, I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. It's freaking the shit out of me, but I don't want to stop. And like I just couldn't wait to keep playing it. And I played it straight through. I played it for about 2 weeks, and I just beat it, played it through. I started getting through it again, and I just wanted to play something else after that. But like the game right now, I would say is a masterpiece in the sense that you have to be a Resident Evil fan. And people were if you play the first 3 hours of it, you're going to be like, I don't even see traces of Resident Evil in here. They completely went back to the drawing board. But if you play it all the way through, the essence of Resident Evil so comes through.
Yeah, when
hour number 3,
weapons and your
podcast brought to you by Monster Energy Drink.
Did you just say 3 hour podcast?
I have my Red Bull. Let's go.
We haven't even done the outros, man. Those things take 15 minutes.
Oh, that's right, our outros. We do have the long. Thank you, Guinness World Book of Records.
Hey, but I won't fuck it up this time because I ain't got nothing to fucking outro.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Hey, I got TXO.
Well, listen, guys. No one is more honored than me to be on the podcast and to be the one that's 3 hours long.
Oh no, Moochie! I don't fucking let that shit happen.
No, he doesn't.
Mooch, come on, we gotta fucking go. We gotta scream.
When Xbox Nation goes long, I send crap with something in the DMs. I'm like, hey, it's getting
dude. As soon as it hits fucking 1 hour and 58 minutes, I get a DM from Mooch. Hey, buddy, it's coming up on 2 hours.
Hey, buddy, that's me too. Hey, buddy, just in case you're wondering.
Yeah.
I sent him a fucking like an emoji clock. So anyways, let's start the outros, guys. This has been a great Friday night. Let me start.
Awesome show.
Awesome show, and thank you to everybody. The panel's been fantastic. The chat's been fantastic. The topics, we took something that was just so small and we turned it into one of the most entertaining shows on.
And like someone pointed out, we stay on topic for shit. we're all over the place.
We're all over the place tonight. Trust me. But let's start with Crap. What are you plugging this week, buddy?
You know what? We've got the new MNC mornings. Although it was pre-recorded, we still had a full show with voicemails and everything, and a prize giveaway.
And prizes, yes.
Yeah. So we got that because J-Dubs is on vacation out in the boonies where he's got no internet. So there's that. I had a video come out a little bit ago. Pretty interesting stuff. Yeah. No, it came out before the show.
Before, my fault. Yes.
Yeah, I made sure. I was like, I'm gonna schedule this shit a half hour before CrossFire goes on. I did a Friday the 13th review today. I did a Forza, or no, I did a fucking Project Gotham 4.
Yeah, yesterday. Crap, they were good.
And you know what? The Project Gotham Racing 4, I was playing it, and then I couldn't stop playing it for like I ended up playing it for like. Yeah, and I recorded it. Like, what's really cool is because I used the fucking HD 60s, so I recorded it in 1080 60, even though it's not 1080, obviously, but it still fucking looks and plays so smooth. And when you watch that video, man, it looks really, really good, and it handles great. So yeah, like if you guys want to check that out, I try to get the throwback stuff in there every Thursday. You know what I mean? Because I just like doing that. You know, it's just a lot of fun. Cool. Yeah. Actually, if I could do a secondary channel, I would just do like strictly reviews and shit. Because
everyone that I've seen do a secondary channel, it never works.
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, it depends. Like Boogie has one. Like a lot of big people do have secondary channels, but
but think about it. Like
they bring in like their home life into it or something. And it's like, hey, we're the Waltons, you know? It's like,
I guess you're right.
I pull the fucking tablecloth out from underneath the table set. It's like
I could out Boogie.
Hold on, while I go punk my wife real quick and fucking make her piss all over the toilet seat.
Oh shit! You know? It is a wild show.
Welcome to CrossFire After Hours.
Yeah, you know what? But nice. So guys, go ahead and check that out, and then we're gonna be streaming on Mixer. I think we're doing Halo 5.
Halo 5 was the consensus, but remember, just like this podcast, anything can happen.
Anything goes.
Anything can happen. So yeah, but it's always good to have you guys come check out the podcast and stuff. Even on a light news week, we still had a good time. So
absolutely. Let me go to my buddy from the West Coast, Southbound. Listen, you might say you have nothing to plug, but you've always got something to say.
Nah, you know what? Yeah, no, I'm thinking about starting a stream. You know, I got Z in my ear. He's calling me like fucking daily, like South. Don't you fucking let it go. Don't you let it go. Man, I'm fucking telling you. I'm like, God damn, he's like a fucking drill sergeant, bro. I'm about to get up and start saluting you and shit.
That's it.
But yeah, you know what? I don't know. I'm thinking about doing a little something on the solo tip. You know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. You know, I don't know.
You know what? Maybe a good start would be for you to join us tonight on Halo 5 in the stream, buddy, just to get a chance to hang out with the community and bullshit with everybody. So you're more than welcome, Southie.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to do that.
That'd be
cool. That reminds me, Southie, didn't you used to stream before, like on Twitch before?
Yeah,
I bought one of the games that you were playing one time. It was Ninja Pizza Girl. You got it like a review code or something, and I actually bought that because of you.
That game was fun. Yeah, no, that game was fun.
Yeah, I like it.
Do it up, Southie. Do it up. The world needs more Southbound. Foxy, where can we find you?
Oh, well, I just want to say thanks for inviting me on here. I ditched my family, and I spent so much time here. I don't know what time it is now. But yeah, thanks to everybody in the chat for hanging out with us. I really appreciate that. I got some love in there, so that's pretty cool. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Mixer.
Gaming Den earlier.
Yeah, hey, you wait. That's my thing.
I was just reminding you.
No, you don't have to remind me, boy.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm on Twitter, I'm on Mixer, I do YouTube videos as well, but obviously today I had an awesome time with my twin because we did Gaming Den, so if you didn't see that, go check it out on Gamers Knows Best, and it was awesome, it was fun. So yeah, we do that every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, so if you guys are interested to hang out with us next week, that would be cool. And yeah, leave me some comments on there, I read them all. And of course, I still do Console Corner every Tuesday because it's the sexiest damn podcast on Tuesday nights. And that's at 7 with GKB, Magic Mike. Noof is in there. Shout out to Noof because I know he hangs out with you guys a lot.
Absolutely.
And of course, my twin, again, She-Wolf. I love her so much. So yeah, that's just what I do.
Very cool, very cool. Fox, I can't thank you enough for coming on and adding so much more of like a different perspective to things. It's nice. It's really, really nice to actually get. It's always nice to have a feminine thought and process into a podcast because it's like the demographics 99% male, and it gets so tired, tired of hearing the guys talk. So really great, and you're so
shout out to your 5 female viewers.
Yes,
Hi,
all
ladies.
I know it's like 1.4% or something.
They
I have a higher percent than you guys.
Crap! I just checked.
You know what's funny? I got a message because I get so many messages on Xbox Live, so I always just like, not to be a dick, but I get so many that I'm always just like, thanks, bro, or thanks, man. So someone sent me a message that they were a fan, and I was like, thanks, man, I appreciate it. And then they sent me a message back. Okay, but I'm a female, and I was like, oh, apologies. You know what I mean? Like, I know, because it's so rare or whatever. But yeah, also She-Wolf and GKB, I think they're going to be playing Halo 5 with us tonight.
Yes, they are. Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna
That's my family right there.
And Fox, you should jump in and play with us too, because we're garbage at
Well, first I got to eat because I'm starving over here,
Fox,
so I got to eat and then
family first.
yeah, I got to see what they're up to. Make sure they didn't kill themselves without me.
No, great, Fox. Thank you so much for being here tonight. It was really great to have you.
I love you guys.
Awesome. And Mr. Boomstick, who's probably going to make more appearances on YouTube after today. Boom, where can people find you? And
well, I'm a small fry compared to everybody else, but you can find me on Twitter at Mr. Boomstick XL, and same thing for Xbox Live, Mr. Boomstick XL. My gamer score now is hitting close to 220,000.
I don't disbelieve any of that with the amount of games you told us you played, and then how many times you played each rendition. It was amazing.
I just broke 600 games for the Xbox One and 360.
Damn, nice, buddy. That's where he says, "Check out my boomstick." That's awesome, buddy. I appreciate it. Boom.
Hey, look for the Brooklyn Gaming Talk with Boomstick Mooch and Tim Dog. They're going to be doing that.
Oh, damn!
Podcast will be down at Joey's Pizza. Okay, 2 slices, 1 soda, $5.
Extra cheese.
Right? No, guys, this has been a great Crossfire. Thanks, everybody.
He said 2 pies.
2 pies, 1 soda. Joe's got to throw a soda in there. People get pissed off, trust me. Listen, we're going to be doing something a little before, right around 10 o'clock. We're going to eat something, get a drink. We'll see everybody on The Mooch on Mixer. Thank you, everybody, and good night. We'll see you next Friday.
Later.